He's still here.
He sounds a little disappointed.
All glory to God. Another day.
Almost like he can't believe it. Like, you got to be kidding me. He wakes up in the morning, and instead of waking up in the morning with his gratitude list, he's like, seriously? Like, what?
He wakes up like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Like, he's not looking...
Again?
Yeah. It's not because it's the same day. It's just because it's a day. Like, I shouldn't have another day. We did this. We've done it all. What else is there to do? What else is there to say? Well, I mean, but you look at people who you would think have had these full lives, and then I think that's the thing. I think that if people have these full lives early on, some of them really start to struggle around midlife. I mean, I don't hear one thing these days about Will Smith that makes me go, he's doing well. Like, never. I never hear it. And it used to be like there was one beacon of success. Well, I guess two. It's like Tom Cruise was always the movie star of all movie stars. I don't know if there was one moment where Tom Cruise really dipped. Maybe he did a little less here and there, but he didn't really dip. Even when he was like getting teased for jumping on Oprah's couch, he never really dipped. As soon as he came out with a movie, everybody was there for it.
He doesn't put out a lot of movies.
No, and
so it's always an event.
Right. And when he does, it's a hit. But Will has just been trying everything. For a while, it was, this is the guy. He gets into music. He does really well as an artist. He gets into acting. He immediately has one of the top sitcoms ever. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is a forever show. He gets into movies. He's one of these billion-dollar guys that, like, you put him there and it's guaranteed box office.
And respected. People love
him. Almost like universally so.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a beloved guy. Because he does, like, real acting. He does Bad Boys, which is, Bad Boys is not only a great film, it's also for the culture. Yeah. And people love that. And then I think it starts to twist a little bit when his kids start to get older and people start to think his kids are annoying.
And a little weird.
And they're like, oh, because when you got weird, annoying kids, it does reflect on the parents.
Of course.
So people start to go, that's okay, well, I don't know
They're
about
Hollywood. That. It's a little okay.
Right.
They have a strange upbringing.
Right. Then
I mean, they've said, like, we don't discipline our kids. Like, we let them.
Which you should. You should discipline your kids.
For sure.
You don't have to hit them, but you should discipline them.
No, you should tell them when they're doing something wrong.
Sure.
Like,
yeah, you need to teach them.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly right. Like, if they touch a hot stove, most parents won't go, listen, if you try again, you're special enough that it may not be hot and burn you the next time. It will burn you the next time, you got to tell them not to do that. And then the red table conversation started. And then that really did a number on him.
Oh, yeah.
Because, people started to look at him like he might be like maybe a cuckold scenario. That maybe his relationship with his wife wasn't great. His wife seemed to be in love with Tupac Shakur, who passed on quite some time ago. Kind of seemed like she really settled on Will Smith, which was never really the Will Smith vibe. Like, nobody ever said you would settle for Will Smith. He was literally the beacon of everything. Masculinity. I mean, he fought vampires, whatever you need.
But Tupac was like the man.
Well, that's why you don't even want to bring that up. And then she's just on Facebook bringing it up at the red table with the kids sitting there. And it's like, what's going on? And then she's like, well, yeah, now I'm having an affair with this young R&B singer you've never heard of. And we're like, you're what? Why? And Will Smith is like, don't worry, guys, it's okay. And we're like, it's not okay, Will. It's not. We go, well, I don't know, maybe we can forget it. And then he kicks the shit out of Chris Rock in front of all our faces at the Oscars. And then ever since then, it's been like, well, what if I just do the stuff you guys love? Make a Bad Boys sequel. Come out with music. Whatever you guys like, I'll just go back to doing that. I'll go back and do interviews at radio stations. Whatever you want. And to me, I don't know, some people really liked it. Some people liked that there was another Bad Boys movie. I think it was great for Martin Lawrence. Yeah. But there was also an element of transparency, I think, where it was like, oh, wow. This is like the first time that Will Smith has had to step down from movie stardom and more go into this recovery mode where it's just like, what do you guys want me to do? I'll do it. And I think a little bit of that, too, as all that was happening, he decided he wanted to, like, be an Instagram star. And I think that was, he thought, well, no, I'll raise being an Instagram star to my level. When in reality, it was kind of like, seeing him, there's a desperation that goes with being a social media star.
He really pushed that YouTube channel of his.
And Instagram.
That's what he wanted to do. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to make videos like you were saying before the show, skydiving out of the plane.
Yeah.
I really want to be this digital maven. And I do.
Well, yeah, because the movie career kind of dried up real quick after iRobot.
I guess so, but.
Or not iRobot, I Am Legend.
I Am Legend?
I Am Legend was 2007.
But, there's a thing where, and we've talked about it with bands, where sometimes you just have to let it sit.
Yeah.
And people are really bad at that.
Oh, yeah.
But he's he's made plenty of money and continues to make money from royalties, where he doesn't have to figure out what's next. He can just give it a beat and wait for it to cycle through.
But when you're the man for so long,
You don't want to give that up.
like Summer was Will Smith movie,
Right. It's Will Smith time. What's Will Smith got? What's Will been cooking for us all winter?
and
That's what we would say.
to be the man.
You got to beat the man. Woo!
It's everything.
You said that. That was on you. That one was on you.
I didn't say to be the man.
There's no other way to
Pause.
finish that sentence. You paused, and there's no other way that anyone would finish that sentence. So that one was yours.
I mean, that wasn't a complete sentence.
That one was yours, but
the
go on.
complete sentence was to be the man for so long.
Oh. All right. Well, then that is my mistake then.
But you could tell that he was obsessed with fame. He's not like somebody else
That's
who's
right.
just like, okay, I'll just step back and do something.
And fame is bad. Fame is the disease. Being rich. I mean, rich is not good either. To aspire to just be rich is pretty bad too. But to aspire to be the top of your craft is a good thing. To aspire to be great is a good thing. To aspire to be rich and famous is rough. Because, you can't maintain a semblance of being a person if you really want to be the top rich, famous thing. It's not even a human anymore. Nope. But, so yeah, I think you're right about that, Travis. He wanted to continue to be famous, and he didn't like that Family Guy kept making him go, ha ha, ha ha. And so now we're in this weird era of whatever you guys want, I'll try to do it for you. I'll try to do the other stuff. Maybe you'll like that. But I keep seeing these quotes everywhere. And if I were him, I wouldn't bring this up. I would try to erase this information. But he said, remember the movie Inception?
Sure, Christopher Nolan.
Fabulous movie.
Great movie.
One of the great movies.
DiCaprio.
I mean, the fact that Christopher Nolan was able to come off of Batman and go all right, I think even if you're Christopher Nolan, I think you've probably, that Batman trilogy was one to write home about for decades. I don't know what you got left in the tank. And then boom, here comes Inception. And I love that movie, Inception. I've seen that movie many times.
You understand it?
Yeah. The ending is debatable.
Yeah.
But of course I understand.
But you got it.
It's actually it's such a thing that it is in the vernacular, right? When people talk about things inside of things, they go, oh, it was almost an Inception type of thing. Mm-hmm. If I was interviewing somebody and they started doing a radio show on this radio show, I go, what is this, Inception on a radio show? And everybody would be like, what a great reference.
I got that because I've seen the movie.
They go, man, Sam hit us with this incredible reference today. That's what they'd say. And it was years ago, this Inception movie, but it's still...
Wasn't it almost 20 years ago at this point?
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan is just so good. Inception is so great.
15 years ago.
Wow, 2010.
Mm-hmm. He rarely misses.
He really, and he's one of those guys that just give him whatever he wants and let him do his work. Because Oppenheimer was unbelievable.
So good.
So good. And if it's going to be 3 hours, good. He's like Scorsese to me. If he's my next movie's 6 hours,
sign me up.
Scorsese, Tarantino, and Christopher Nolan.
PTA?
And Paul Thomas Anderson, I'll give him that. Sometimes Paul Thomas Anderson gets a little indulgent.
Get indulgent, yep.
He gets a little indulgent sometimes. Sometimes because Paul Thomas Anderson loves his characters.
Yes.
Scorsese loves his big stories. Christopher Nolan loves big set pieces. Quentin Tarantino loves big quirkiness. And PTA can sometimes get into his characters a little bit. But he's been I'm still good with him.
I'm looking forward to The Odyssey, which is Nolan's next movie.
Is it based on a book?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, no,
But
yeah.
Matt Damon plays.
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
Homer?
Yes. No, Otis.
Odysseus.
Odysseus.
That's right. Homer is from the Iliad.
And The Simpsons.
Yes, and The Simpsons. Yes, Odysseus. Yeah, no, I mean, whatever
Like
Christopher
Nolan
doing.
telling the Odyssey?
I'm
Okay, sure.
there.
Yeah.
I'm there. Well, I don't know if Will Smith thought he would get... because, by the way, I still think that Bane movie is grossly underrated.
Yeah, I just think it was up against an impossible
That's right.
scenario
That's
of being after, one of the great performances of all time in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, you're talking about Michael Caine?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays a great...
He was like, it's a bloody double.
No, that's...
But by the way, that's that's my mistake. That's another great Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh my God, it's probably my favorite one. Like, if I'm really going to be honest with myself, it's not the most popular one, but that's my favorite
Prestige is
one.
unbelievable.
I can watch that every day.
Right.
It's so good.
Right. So Will Smith had, apparently, he's doing interviews where he's telling people, which I don't know if he should, that he had the opportunity to work with Christopher Nolan. And he decided, not for me, dog. I don't think you got this one, Chris. Here's what Will Smith had to say recently that's been making the rounds.
I don't know if you can confirm it that you turned down The Matrix to do Wild Wild West.
That was one of my beautiful scars.
Are there any other movie roles that you've, turned down or maybe,
I can't.
do?
It hurts too bad.
You don't even want to revisit it.
It hurts too bad. I don't think I've ever even said it publicly before.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
And I'm going to say it now because we're opening up to one
say
another.
it.
Yeah.
Chris Nolan brought me Inception first, and I didn't get it.
Wow. That's never been said before.
I've never said that out loud.
It's an exclusive. Kiss
It's an
Extra exclusive.
And now that I think about it, it's those movies that go into those alternate realities. They don't pitch well.
Yeah.
But I'm hurt by those two.
Oh, my God.
I'm hurt by.
They don't pitch well.
When-
He's laying it on Nolan.
When he said, I didn't get it, you can interpret that quote to say, oh, he didn't receive the role. Leo received the role, which is that happens. That's fine.
I didn't interpret that at all.
Well,
Because you don't bring Will Smith something and then be like, we'd love you to audition for this.
JK, not for you. Yeah. I was willing to give it the benefit of the doubt when he said I didn't get it. I was about to say, let's play devil's advocate. Maybe he's saying I didn't receive the role ultimately, and that haunts me. But when he said, those movies don't pitch well, you turned it down, Will, because you didn't understand what he was talking about.
No, he was Tom Hanks in Big.
I didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
It's like, he's like, Christopher Nolan, I must ask, what kid would want to play with a building? Who would want to play with a building? Why don't you make it a bug?
But like, can you imagine
No.
whoever pitching The Matrix and he's like, I don't think so.
The what's it called brothers at the time?
W, right?
Yeah, Wachovia Bank brothers. Yeah. Yeah, no, getting the Matrix. I mean, and also not learning. That's the thing about life. To not learn from your mistakes is unforgivable. To have the Matrix. Now look, Wild Wild West, it doesn't age great. Nobody's ever said, nobody's looked at the future and gone you know what the future's going to look like? The Wild Wild West. No. The Will Smith and was it Chris Klein that was in that movie with him?
Wild Wild West.
Yeah. It was somebody. I
remember it had a great song.
Well, that was Will's song.
That's probably why he turned down Inception. He's like, I already got a song for this one.
Yeah, can I do a song for this? And Christopher Nolan's like, we're not.
They didn't use Cool Mo D.
Yeah.
He had a song Wild Wild West.
I think he was on it.
Oh.
I think they sampled Cool Mo D and then put Cool Mo D on it.
Oh, yeah,
Kevin Kline.
Yeah.
Kevin Kline. Yeah, it was Kevin Kline and Will Smith. Because, listen, this is forgivable to me because Will Smith was in blockbuster mode.
This is Will Smith.
And Wild Wild West is guaranteed stupid blockbuster movie. Popcorn. We have Buffalo Bill in it.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah, Ted Levine. This and it didn't fail.
No.
Wild Wild West. People make fun of it, but everybody went to see Wild Wild West. Everybody sang the song that summer. Everybody knows.
Yeah, it made $222 million.
So we're good.
On a budget of $170.
We're good.
Money, yeah.
I mean, ultimately, today, yes, he would have been better served in The Matrix. Keanu is still... The fact that Keanu gets to be John Wick, Neo, and either Bill or Ted, I'm never 100% sure, is amazing. But, fine.
Let's be honest, he deserves it.
Keanu deserves it.
Yeah.
He really does. Keanu's a guy who's trying to make good movies, who's not trying to be rich or famous.
He's goated.
Oh yeah.
Ultra goated.
Oh yeah.
Ultra
Top
goated.
tier goated.
100%.
Multiple times over.
Honestly, he was goated after Bogus Journey. So the fact that he gave us all of this work after being goated is really like hats off to you.
And in good chunks of time too. Like you got Bill and Ted, then there's a pause, there's a break.
And you
Then
tried to
there's
do
The
other
Matrix.
and by the way, you tried to do other stuff after Bill and Ted. Some of it worked, some of it did not.
He was in that movie
Then you
about
do
the
point-
bus that couldn't slow down.
Speed, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody loved him in Speed.
Love Speed.
Speed 2, everybody did not love.
Sandra Bullock still wants to do another one.
Well, Keanu's not doing another Speed. Come on, Sandra.
She's like, I got to recover from this Blindside.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Nobody can watch The Blind Side anymore. Nobody's fighting for the streaming rights anymore because they're like, this whole movie's bullshit.
She's like, everyone made fun of Bird Box or whatever it was.
That's right, and everybody's making fun of Bird Box. They're apologizing to what's her face from White Lotus. Nobody's apologizing to me for making fun of Bird Box. But like Will Smith turning down Inception because he didn't get it, that's rough.
Dude, that came out 2 years after The Dark Knight.
I know it's
Like,
like
just trust the guy.
whatever Christopher Nolan has for you, and it's not like he got lucky with The Dark Knight. He was already on a run. Like Christopher Nolan was already in. Whenever Chris Nolan calls you, you just do whatever he says. I mean, that's what Matt Damon's always said. Whatever Chris Nolan wants me to do, I'll do. Yeah. That's what Cillian Murphy even said, that he was like, you know, that it affects him when he doesn't get called, or it affects
By
him.
Nolan?
Yes, or it affects him like before Oppenheimer. Like the fact that like Chris Nolan was like, no, I see you like as Scarecrow, and you can come back over here, and I'll put you in over there. And he's like, but I want. Don't you see me? No. I know you're good. We'll get there.
Because Nolan's got his guys, just like Tarantino's got his guys, just like
Scorsese's got his guys. P.T. Anderson has his
got his
guys.
guys. Yeah.
One of P.T. Anderson's guys is the band Haim.
That's
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I mean, he had already done The Prestige, Batman Begins, Memento.
Oh, Memento.
I mean, that went way over Will Smith's head.
How great is it?
He watched that and he was like, the fuck is going on?
Meanwhile, Joey Pants was like, yes, I'll work with Christopher Nolan and do The Matrix, please.
Well, I think he's got a bit of a brain.
Yeah, no. I think Joey Pants is thinking.
I don't think much gets past him.
No. I think he's thinking. Yeah, I mean, he's also an amazing actor that likes to, you know, expand what he's doing. But yeah, I mean, and then I think that when he starts dipping, this stuff must haunt Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Realizing that, like, I wonder if he thinks that everything would be fine now if I had just done Inception.
These would have been career savers.
Yeah.
Like, he would have kept going.
And
Inception was what, 2010 we said? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I Am Legend was 2007. That would have saved him because then he went on Hancock. Nobody remembers Hancock.
I remember
Pounds.
Hancock. He was the homeless superhero.
Yeah, nobody cares.
No, I saw it in theaters, though.
Did you like it?
It was really good.
Okay. 7 pounds.
7 pounds?
Yeah. Isn't that about like...
Eggs? I don't know.
I don't know.
Eggs.
I don't know. Buying them in big quantities? I don't know. Like 7 pounds of eggs? I don't know what it's about.
And then he does nothing.
After 7 pounds?
After 7 pounds, the next thing he does is After Earth, and that's in 2013.
Oh, and After Earth was deeply affected. That After Earth killed him. After Earth was the movie that he did with Jaden, and it was the movie that he insisted like he and Jaden do together, and they put like
That's
millions
right.
and millions and millions. That was one of those like they're saying about James Gunn's Superman that it has to make like $700 million in order to be a success, which is tough. I mean, even in a space where like, everybody's very optimistic about Superman, $700 million is a lot of money.
700 is a lot, yeah.
That was also, and this the Will and
This was the Jaden.
After Earth was the Will and Jada movie where it's like I'm gonna use my. This is where I cash in all my star power to make Jaden the next Will.
And we all remember who directed After Earth.
I don't recall.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Fuck you. Oh, this guy. This guy. Remember yesterday we were talking about the goated.
Got you by the balls.
He got me by the balls on that one. That was solid. That was a strong one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he hit me hard. Yeah.
He co-wrote it too with Will Smith.
Wow. Okay, but I bet Will Smith did a lot of the writing on that.
I mean, that's not a good thing.
No.
And then my son will say this.
No.
And M. Night's like,
We'll
your
leave
son's
that-
saying a lot of stuff.
I feel like I did all right in the conversation yesterday, but we'll leave that conversation in yesterday, I think. We're not talking about... We can't... McClure's going to be mad if we talk about old shit.
Hey, guys,
So-
move on to something else.
You're going to talk about new shit, not old shit. Will Smith calls After Earth the most painful failure of his career.
Well, yeah, probably because it was so personal to him.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Battlefield Earth with John Travolta.
Yeah.
Like, that was his passion project.
It's always these horrible space movies.
And it's always with Scientologists. Isn't Will Smith part of that?
I think so.
I think he is.
Yeah.
I think he is.
They're like, nah, you guys don't understand. The public is going to love this.
Wait till I do a Scientology space movie.
Got 12% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Out of what?
Usually it's out of 100.
Oh man.
I don't know if they changed it for this.
Yeah, but is that the critics or the audience? Because the critics might have I think the audience liked it.
It might not be adjusted for inflation. Oh, no, audience gave it 36%.
Out of what?
Still 100.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's still very much failing.
But you could say, well, that's 3 times as high as the critics.
I wouldn't. If it's 36%, I would probably not say, because that would... You don't want to divide 36 by 3. It's not a number you want to divide by 3. You don't have much left over. Yeah. That sucks. I mean, you don't understand Manosphere, Malcolm. When we were growing up...
Is that his name?
100%. When we were growing up, Will Smith was the shit, dude. Will Smith could do no wrong. Troy, did you have a period of time where you're like, I'd love to be just like Will Smith?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
I love Fresh Prince.
Oh, it was so good.
So
By the
good.
way, didn't Hillary from Fresh Prince just die? I think I read that she's dead. Unless it was like one of your Twitter, because sometimes Twitter will get you.
Well, got you.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes Twitter will get you. True or false? Sometimes it gets you.
Sometimes it does get you.
Hillary Banks.
Is she dead?
Karen Parsons. Let's see.
No, she's alive.
Okay.
All right, great.
It
That's
got-
good. But hey,
It got you.
it got me, but good news. Good
Gets
news.
all of us.
And
Yeah,
good.
she's super alive.
Hey, good news, everybody. That's the point.
Oh, yeah, she was in Ladies Man.
She was in the Ladies' Man. She went, yeah, she didn't, but listen, being Hillary and Fresh Prince is enough. That's how strong that Fresh Prince show was.
Well, and he had a rap career before that.
And it was strong.
It was strong.
Extremely
then he did Fresh
strong.
Prince, and then he had a rap career after it.
Yeah,
And when he was going to Miami.
Well, going to Miami, he was celebrating
Miami.
summertime.
Oh, in the summertime.
Yes.
Imagine having anthems, blockbusters, and a sitcom.
I mean, the '90s was Will Smith.
It was his. He owned the decade. That was a great decade to own.
Oh yeah.
Now, he just came out with a new song.
Oh, yeah, Men in Black.
Oh, here come the Men in Black. He had the movie and the song.
Galaxy Defenders.
Now, who are you going to call? I don't even know if that's Wild Wild West or Men in Black, but either way.
That's Ghostbusters.
Maybe it's Ghostbusters.
They all blur together.
It's the same shit.
shit.
No, that's Ray Parker Jr.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Different guy.
No, it's Huey Lewis.
There you go.
You said he's got new music, though?
Is it good?
Good for him.
It's good. Is he back?
Good for him.
This is an official comeback.
You know what he likes?
What?
I'll give you the first word. You tell me if you know the second. Pretty.
Pretty.
Women.
Almost.
Pretty. In Pink.
No. Keep going.
Pretty. Pretty Bird.
Yes. pretty. No, it's Pretty Girls.
Oh!
Pretty Girls is the name of the song.
He's 56? Okay.
And he likes girls?
All right.
Well, yeah, but like I think he means more colloquially than like actually like I don't think he's putting in.
You
age.
can't be that old and be like, I like girls.
I prefer.
It means a totally different thing.
No, at 56, you should be like really like women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women who have.
Mature.
You know what? If
Women
I were,
who can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
That's right.
Postmenopausal.
Yeah.
women.
Yeah. Yeah, if I were 56 and like had a rap song, I'd probably make it call. It'd probably be attractive postmenopausal women who have achieved.
Oh, you'd be the man if you did
That's
that.
what I'd say. That's what I'm into, and that's what I promise. You'll ask me at 56. You'll say, Sam, what are you into right now? Like, what's your kind of thing? And I go, I really love postmenopausal women who have achieved on their own.
You know what I'm really feeling lately?
This is what I like. I like a woman with some life experience who's really achieved something. And
But you would use that word woman a lot.
woman.
Yeah.
I
They'd be
can't
like,
get pregnant.
they'd be like, what kind of girl you like? And no kind of girl.
Yeah, my daughter. I mean, I love
Yeah, I love my daughter.
Veins.
Huh?
Varicose veins.
I love varicose veins. I do. I love a woman in a good pair of stockings. You know?
Oh, yeah.
They're compression stockings. Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah, I think that's great. But no, I mean, I think Will Smith is like, also, maybe Will Smith has never had to relate, like he still thinks the path is relating maybe to the young people. And it's like,
I mean, bro,
you're not young.
at 56, you gotta.
yeah.
I mean, you're like an elder statesman at this point.
You got to kind of grow with your audience, is what they
Sure,
say.
yes.
Like, you have the audience. So just kind of ride with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's fine. You don't have
Kids
to.
don't know who you are.
No. And the older audience is like, we're all into, women who they get gray in the middle if they don't go for their dye job. That's what we like. That's what that's how we live our lives. But no, I mean,
We're into like keeping our cholesterol down, and
yeah, that's right.
Getting our steps in.
getting our steps
in. We have colonoscopies.
watching live programming.
Uh-huh. We still like linear television. You know?
I do.
I mean, I'm preaching to the choir at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. We like reminiscing. That's what we like.
Yeah.
We like women who we can talk to and say, remember how good it used to be? And the women go, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Not pretty girls.
No. If anything, pretty girls scare me. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, no.
They start
They're
talking.
laughing at you.
They're laughing. Yeah. I think that they're complimenting me, but really they're laughing at me. And they're saying words in Italian brain rot that I don't understand. I don't get it. So, but maybe you're probably judging Will Smith. Here's Will Smith's new one, Pretty Girls.
Okay.
It's been a problem ever since I was a little boy.
Nice.
Actually, I think it's gotten worse
Poor Will.
as I've gotten older. I thought I had it under control, but I'm literally experiencing it right now, like literally this second.
Cringe.
Sounds problematic.
I think it's cringe.
And how would you define this problem?
Oh, sexy therapy. That's what the purpose of the show is. Jim McClure said, why would I give you a show? I said to put people on. I got to put people on.
Are they playing this on Hits 1?
100%.
Okay.
Because, ladies and gentlemen,
This is number 1.
I would like to make an announcement right here, right now, on June the 17th, in the year of our Lord 2025, Song of the Summer.
You're calling it.
Calling it right now. Will Smith, I Like Pretty Girls, is the Song of the Summer.
See, I was told it was Sabrina Carpenter.
No,
You're saying-
people are over Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay. They're
If there's-
back on Will Smith.
If there's anyone that people are over, it's Sabrina Carpenter. She just doesn't have it anymore. No, because she doesn't have anything anthemic like that.
Right.
Ain't too many women not pretty to me. Everybody wants to say that.
I like pretty
It's just,
girls.
it's enough words. People like to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People like a mouthful.
They love a mouthful. Okay. So here it is. I put you on with Carly Rae Jepsen many summers ago.
That was like 20 years ago.
Well, we back at it.
You picked one song.
No, we were the
once.
Kings. We were the Kings, Troy.
right.
We still are the Kings.
Amen.
This is it. Will Smith, Pretty Girls, is the 2025 Song of the Summer. You see any flaw in that logic, Troy?
Not at all.
You're a musician yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Song of the Summer?
Absolutely.
See?
I got to take Troy's word for it. If Troy is saying
Song of the Summer.
Song of the Summer,
I mean, can you imagine you're DJing a club and you stop the record and you just hear the entire full club shout at their top of their lungs, ain't too many women not pretty to me. I mean, what a magical moment.
It is.
And it's happening already, I think. And it's not, it's going to happen.
I can't shit on Will Smith. Will Smith was kind enough a couple years ago to say Black Caviar's song Coco was one of his favorite songs.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
So
See?
Did he you have that on tape?
it's on my Instagram.
That's awesome.
From
Boom.
some European show.
Boom. And that was before
Somebody
he did
find it.
Pretty Girls.
That was before he did Pretty
That
Girls.
was before he did Pretty Girls, so that counts double.
He's like, I wonder if that Black Caviar guy is still alive.
Yeah, I don't know. He's at that age where any day could be his last. Scott in Wisconsin.
Yeah, this song really screams your old character. What was it, AJ Poopy Shits? When you're just like, no, I like tits. I just like tits. I like all tits, any tits. Like he's trying too hard to be like, dude, I like girls. That's it, man. Promise you I'm not getting banged out by Diddy. I like girls.
So smash is
For
what you're
sure.
saying. You're going smash?
Absolutely.
Smash.
Getting
Okay,
his ass
smash.
smash.
Thank you, Scott. Smash or trash? Will Smith, Pretty Girls, we got to smash.
So one of my favorite things is now people asking Grok questions underneath, like,
People love that. They get to the bottom of stuff.
all right, so the tweet that Troy sent last night about this song, somebody said, Grok, how old is Will Smith and why is he awkwardly rapping about pretty girls? Shouldn't he be acting like a 50-year-old man?
Okay. Okay, that's a good question for Grok.
And Grok replied, Will Smith is 56 and dropped Pretty Girls, a playful rap track sparking debate. Some fans enjoy its nostalgic summery vibe, seeing it as his artistic freedom to create fun music. Others find it awkward, arguing a man his age rapping about pretty girls feels out of touch or objectifying, clashing with his family-friendly image. Critics note his recent album flopped. I don't know why they
Grok, like, lead the other out. That has nothing to do with anything.
Critics note his recent album flopped, suggesting this move may not resonate.
No,
Supporters
stop.
counter that he's staying relevant, collaborating with new artists.
Yes.
Opinions split on whether he should act his age or keep evolving.
No, he should keep evolving, and this is the song of the summer. And by the way, it's not objectifying because he said it's not just about the pretty you see, but the pretty you be.
That's right.
That's a cool lyric. You like that lyric?
Love it.
Me too.
It's got a nice ring to it.
It does have a nice ring to it. You should use that on your fiance. She would love it. She would love it.
She would swoon.
She would swoon.
She'd be like, who is this romantic man?
Oh my God, the pretty I be. Rocky in Texas.
Good morning, gentlemen. Yeah, I'm with that other guy. This song sounds like he's trying to convince somebody he's not gay.
No,
Especially that
stop.
one part. It reminds me of that guy who was being turned over to not be gay. And he's like, I like women. Remember that guy?
Of course.
That line screams that.
I don't think so. So you're saying smash?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay, great. Smash. Smash it is. Thank you, Rocky.
All right, I guess it's a smash.
Yeah, it is. People are saying smash right now. Oh, this is Will Smith on a British chat show?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
De tous les temps, on a la chanson pour danser, on a la chanson
French.
pour passer une nuit d'amour, et on a la chanson Guilty Pleasure. Alors voici le premier son, vous me dites dans quel cas ça va.
Guilty pleasure. Oh, he loves it.
That's my one. Okay. That's two. That is two of those. That's two of those.
He loves it.
That's my guilty pleasure
Ça,
song.
c'est la chanson
And that's
Plaisir
my song to
coupable.
dance to. That
Et
gets
je
two.
l'assume.
That gets two.
He loves that. You can't hate on that.
I can't shit on Will Smith.
No. And you shouldn't.
He showed love.
He
Yeah, I
showed
wouldn't
mad
want
love.
you to.
Mad love. He likes to dance to it, and it's a guilty pleasure, but not even really guilty like that.
Right.
His guilty pleasure is pretty girls.
Pretty Girls is dope.
That's a good song.
It's a great song.
Congrats on Will Smith for another song of the summer. This is crazy. Who would have thought in 2025 this dude is still owning the summer?
You think so?
Yeah,
Did this just come out?
I think so. It's the first time I heard it, but you know,
Feels timeless, but it probably did just come out, right?
it does. I guess that's the word for it. It does feel timeless. Malcolm, you gonna play this for your friends? You're 21.
Dude, oh my God. If I'm not twerking to this song.
That's what I thought so.
Within the next week. Oh my God.
All you and your 21 friend, you know, all your boyfriends that are 21, like not like boyfriend, but like how girls have girlfriends, you have your boyfriends. You guys are all going to twerk to this?
Oh my God. I'm going to call my homies. I'm going to say goodnight, bro. And then I'm going to say, actually, psych, let's go out. Let's start twerking. Let's get crazy.
Right.
Song of the summer. Will Smith is out. Let's get out.
Let's all twerk, and all your homies will be like, twerk party. That's so cool.
That's what we do now, bro. It's sick.
I'm so glad you're here to kind of peel the curtain back on youth culture. All the homies get together, say goodnight, and twerk to Will Smith. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let me tell you something. My kids try to get stuff past me. Thanks to you, not going to happen.
Not on your watch.
No. I know what's going on out there. I know what's going on. What, are you guys getting together to twerk?
Hey, where are you going?
Hey, if you're going to twerk, give Dad a call, okay? That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Awesome. Jory in Iowa.
Hey, have you guys heard the You Saw My Blinker by Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff?
I don't know anything about that, man. I'm stuck on the song of the summer.
Oh, no, this was back Fresh Prince. It was the first time he swore.
Oh,
Yeah, you saw my blinker, bitch.
Oh, he said bitch.
Yeah.
Was this?
About him getting in a car accident.
Was this like an MC Hammer move, where he was trying to get adopt a little bit more of an edge, or just it was appropriate?
It sure seemed like it.
Okay.
Nope,
So what do you think? Smash, trash? You're thinking smash then?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
It's no Miami, but
hey, what is though? But what is?
Right on. All right, man. Thanks for taking my call.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, yeah. Sweet dreams, Jory. Sweet dreams. Just calling to say good night. Oh, man. This Will Smith. I wonder if he's got another one in him for next summer, the way he's pumping these out.
You think he's just holding them in?
I mean, the fact that he's dropping Song of the Summer in 2025, crazy.
Before summer officially starts, too.
I mean, you got to get in early.
Yeah.
You know? I wonder if Will Smith is going to do an Amazon concert like Kendrick did.
Oh, probably.
Because Kendrick got Song of the Summer last summer. Oh, I wonder if he's getting a... You think he'll get Super Bowl halftime?
He might get Super Bowl halftime and then do a stadium tour.
I think so. Would you go?
Yeah, probably.
If we can get tickets.
If we can get tickets, and if they're not too expensive, I expect them.
Well, let's start asking McClure now if there's a hookup for a potential Will Smith Stadium concert after a potential Super Bowl halftime show.
At MetLife?
Yeah, I would want to go to MetLife.
And I'll tell him I'll take either day because I assume he's going to do 2
I'll take either day. Whichever day. What do you mean? I'm saying potentially. Whichever potential day. Assuming there'll be 2 days. Joe in New York?
Yep.
Hey, man.
Hey. Oh, that Will Smith song is horrible. It sounds like a Catholic school hires somebody to ward off gay boys or whatever.
Huh? So
maybe he means horrible like Michael Jackson meant bad.
Oh, like slang. No. So you're saying smash?
Yeah, like he wants to smash boys.
Okay, smash. Okay, got it. Smash. Cool. Thank you, man. Let's go to Matt in Boston.
I think people don't know what smash means.
We are going straight smash on this.
Maybe you should have said pump or dump.
I don't think that would have helped anything. I think that would have complicated things a little more. I'm just glad that, and by the way, Travis said that I was crazy when I said Song of the Summer. So far, we're 100% smash on this. Matt in Boston?
Absolute smash.
Thank you.
The only thing that would make it better if Fezzi's voice was on that track.
Oh, that'd be great. It's just like, I like pretty girls, and they'd go boom, 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 boom. Cookie? Boom, boom. I like pretty girls. It'd be great. Thank you, buddy.
I love it.
Thank you. So we got another, wow. We got another smash. This is crazy. Andy in South Carolina. What's up, Andy?
Hey, how's it going, Sam?
I mean, great. I mean, not as good as if I were Will Smith, but still good.
First off, I never want to overstep and try to say what you should do with your show, but considering how many songs of the summer you're figuring out, I feel like you need your own Funk Flex bomb sound effect.
Oh, or at least some kind of something.
Yeah, some sort of air horn.
Yeah.
But so I'm very excited about this song of the summer. I think it's a certified smash, and I definitely want to get the plays up. So I reached out to the Hits One Morning Mashup text line.
By the way, Andy, I do love that you have that saved in your phone, the Morning Mashup text line. Our show doesn't have a text line, so we're not able to communicate like that, but I'm glad that you're able to get through that way.
We can just give Troy Sell.
Yeah, I think I think they get really annoyed that all of my messages start with "Good morning, mashup."
That's fun though.
Also, it's polite.
So I reached out and I just said, "Good morning, mashup." I was just wondering if you'll be playing the song of the summer, "Pretty Girls" by Will Smith today. I want to tune in.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think Ryan is on text duty because I did get the simple response of, "Will Sam be hosting a Will Smith town hall?" I think you've really upset with your success lately, Sam.
You're grinding gears over there.
I mean, thank God they didn't hear about the Big 7 that was airing during the Yankees game, because that would really, I didn't even tell Nicole about that.
The shit would hit the fan.
I mean, we got into
I did text them about that. They did not respond.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad you texted them. Thank you, Andy.
You got it, Sam.
I hope they don't compare the engagement of their videos to the one that you have.
Oh, I wasn't even going to bring it up. I don't want to rub it in at this point.
It's not good?
Which one?
The mashups engagement.
Compared to Sam's?
Compared to Sam's.
From his Orlando Bloom, Bryce Dallas Howard clip?
Yeah.
It's one clip, though. How could it do?
Yeah,
one clip.
It's just one clip.
It's just one clip.
They probably have a lot of clips.
I mean, it's just a question that I thought of and brought to the table. What
Yeah, I mean,
is the engagement up?
it's insane.
Oh.
And then this morning I noticed that some like Lord of the Rings fan page with 500,000 followers
Yeah.
posted it. It's already got like tens of thousands of likes and another like 6,000 shares. Like,
What
it's
is it
going
like?
everywhere.
I mean, it's almost like they finally hired a host that was somewhat engaged with what topics have fan cultures online that spread clips.
It's weird. That's almost exactly what I told them.
But it's so strange that just. I mean, I guess luck.
Isn't it crazy it took this long?
You think it's luck?
I think it's. I
You
think
think it's beginner's luck.
I think I just got lucky again.
The company's like, "Wham, we stepped in shit here."
yeah. I think we all must have just gotten lucky. It must be a series of coincidences.
Yeah, so don't tell them about that.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm kind of know what I'm doing sometimes. Let's go to Joe in Albany. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Sam. Hey, great interview with Orlando Bloom
you.
and Bryce Dallas Howard. You should have asked for his opinions on Gangrel or something like that. I think that would have been interesting.
I mean, who knows? I mean, if he had a hot take on that, I would love to hear it.
Do you think even Chris Slapped in the Face Rock would admit that this is a great song?
He'd have to. I mean, I don't know, because I feel like comics at their core come from a place of honesty. So if Chris Rock came out and he was like, "Hey guys, that song sucks," everybody would be like, "Okay, somebody's salty." You know what I mean? Like, okay, somebody's still salty about getting smacked because, I mean, it's a smash.
It's a smash.
Yeah.
I think his next track, he's got to feature Jan Terry.
I would love to hear Jan Terry as the sexy R&B songstress on Will Smith's hook. I think that's a good call. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. And I also love, Troy, that like he paid you some respect. You're paying it forward, giving him the respect.
You give love, you get love.
That's right. Were you going to say something, Travis?
Your clip has another 1,000 shares since I last looked at it.
When did you last look at it?
Yesterday.
Come on. And those are shares, not views?
Those are shares, not the views.
Shares go far.
Shit, that's what I'm saying.
1,000 shares is a lot of shares.
But, I mean...
I guess I'm just lucky.
But there's got to be other hosts that have that kind of share rate, right? I mean, this is a big company. They have a lot of talent.
Howard's got some good share rates.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. That goes without saying.
Well, this company discovered Howard.
Andy has some
of course.
Some good
This company also discovered Andy Cohen. Yeah.
But I mean, that's about it.
It's weird.
So there's 3 hosts that get a lot of engagement.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's pretty
Howard
much it.
Stern,
Go ahead.
Andy Cohen,
Go ahead.
Sam Roberts.
I mean, honestly, like, it's a nightmare for Sirius if they think that I'm like, I mean, they must be going like, we'd rather not have the numbers than have this kid find out what he's doing. This is going to be a nightmare. I know, we'll get there. It's luck, though. Beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck.
You got set up with good people.
That's all that was.
Yeah.
That's all that. I mean, honestly, that's mainly
the talent department.
Yeah, it's Sirius doing their thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
I gave you that question?
No. That was my question. Nathan, it could have been any question, is the point. Could have been any question in the world. It would have done that well. Nathan in New York.
Well, first of all, Sammy, Troy's doing a hell of a job on the phone.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. They say Troy is to the phones as Will Smith is to the summer. You know, owns it. Owns it.
I can't disagree. Mm-hmm. So, you know that we're getting to a point in your career where I want to change the station on the Sirius XM, and I want to hear your voice again. Mm-hmm. I want to go to a different station, and all I want to hear is Sam Roberts. Well, I need to hear Sam Roberts on deep tracks, going through Will Smith's entire catalog, starting back with Nightmare on My Street. So if you give us a little hit of that.
Honestly, if we can hook it up, I would love to do a guest DJ spot where I chronicle the entire career of Will Smith, starting with Nightmare on My Street. That's probably where I would start it. And let's see if we can get it done. I'll chronicle the whole thing for you. Of course, buddy.
What do you got, man?
To go from Nightmare on My Street to Pretty Girls and realizing that, like, all you're doing is hit after... Nobody has that kind of length. Trust me, I've searched far and wide for it.
I mean, Nightmare on My Street was 88. What's going on over there, bro?
He just dropped his phone because he can't believe how good Will Smith is doing with himself. I get it, Troy.
Yeah, but he had other songs before that.
What?
Parents just don't understand. That was the first one.
And what year was that?
86.
So you're talking about potentially 40 years of hits.
Nonstop.
Nonstop hits for 40 years. Who's done that?
I'm trying to think of an artist.
40 years.
I was. Yeah, I can't.
Pure and utter hits.
Neil Diamond.
Maybe, but he had help from that cover band.
Don't forget, I think I could beat Mike Tyson.
How could I have forgotten that one?
40 years of hits.
40 years of nonstop hits.
Malcolm, anybody come to mind?
Other than Will Smith, obviously.
Sabrina Carpenter?
Has she been around for 40?
Who's that?
Exactly. You know, you talking about yesterday's news? What are you bringing up yesterday's news for?
She's too young, bro. No one cares about her.
Nobody cares about her.
We like height of menopause women nowadays. Catch up.
Because I was talking to some kids the other day, and I was like, what are you looking for in pop stars? And you know what they said? Experience. They said, we want someone with some hits under their belt. We want someone who's been there before. We want somebody who's familiar with the field. Somebody who knows what they're doing. We want the way Nolan Ryan would step up to the mound, and people were like, yes, we can count on Nolan Ryan.
But still speaks to the youth.
Well, of course. Yeah. Of course, that's what you got to do. Like Will Smith in the song Pretty Girls. I was like, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's what those kids said that I was talking to. Let's hear a little Nightmare on My Street. From all the way back in 1989 and still. They had to, remember, you heard it here first. We're breaking the new artists on Sam Roberts' show. Benny in Indiana.
Salutations. Happy Tuesday. Meow.
Oh, happy Tuesday, Benny.
So, first off, they're playing your promos for your show on the NASCAR channel, which is, I've never heard that when the other guy was, the lead of the show with you.
Well,
but
it's going to rub some people the wrong way that work here. Mashups.
Well, forget those people that work about 3 minutes an hour.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
But that's why they can't have a live line to take callers because they'd actually have to be in the studio for more than 45 seconds.
Well, they got the text line.
I like Pretty Girls.
Yeah, me
it
too.
Kind of reminds me. As soon as I heard it, I remember the video of that kid at the carnival. I like Turtles.
I like Turtles. I like Pretty Girls. I like Turtles. He should have sampled it. I love that kid.
Exactly.
I love that kid. Thank you, Benny.
Thank you.
Kyle in South Carolina. What's up, Kyle?
What's going on, Sam? How we doing today, boys?
Fabulous.
Good. I was calling. I know you were talking about GOAT directors, and I know Ari Aster is one of your GOAT directors.
Ari Aster, one of the directors who probably Travis would get on my tits about because Ari Aster hasn't done that many films. You said they need a certain number of films. By the way, if you said Ari Aster is goated, but Ryan Coogler isn't, you are 100% racist.
I'm not saying Ari Aster's goated.
You better not, because
I agree
otherwise
with you. He still needs some more films right now.
No, you don't agree with me because I'm not saying that. I'm saying Ari Aster's goated.
I'm agreeing with what you're saying about what I would say.
Because otherwise, I'm doing a No Kings protest right in here, and it's on your ass.
Okay. Right now, he's on the right track.
Oh, I'm sure that makes him feel great coming from
I'm not
you.
asking for his approval. I'm
sure he's
you.
like, oh, good news. Travis Taft told me I'm on the right track.
Such an asshole.
What were you saying? He's goated, Kyle. He's goated. We all know that.
Okay. Beau is Afraid sucks. His last movie was terrible. But
I didn't see Beau is Afraid, but he did.
Don't waste your time.
All right. Well, he did Hereditary and Midsummer. And by the way,
it's 2 movies.
The Strange Thing About the Johnsons, I believe, is what the movie is called. The short film is fucking nuts.
So weird. I've kind of avoided seeing that just because of how
it's
scary.
Fucking nuts. It's nuts. It's not like terrifying.
I recommended that movie without knowing what it was about.
Bro,
I've avoided watching it.
You should watch it.
I don't know if I want to.
You should watch it with your whole family. You've seen it, Malcolm?
Yeah, that movie is like...
Don't say too much about it.
It does what Jaws did for sharks, what having a dad is. Like, it's that same...
Oh, yep.
It will ruin having a father for
right,
you.
Right.
So,
never go out to the cookout again.
Okay. You're not invited after that.
No.
So.
It's fucked.
I know. I've heard nothing but basically that.
It's insane. So I mean,
well, anyway, he's got his new. Have you seen his new trailer for his new movie coming out?
I don't think so.
Oh, great. Okay, perfect. I'm not even going to tell you the plot. I'm just going to hang up and let you guys enjoy.
Oh.
I think I saw the trailer ahead of...
It's called Eddington, and I heard it's loosely based on Bennington.
Oh.
That's what I've heard. So I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm assuming that it is. I would watch the trailer. I would like to see this. I don't know anything about it. I mean, Midsommar and Hereditary, those two movies, this is why he's goated, are, I mean, two literally my favorite movies. Midsommar is on my list of perfects. 10 out of 10.
You liked it better than Hereditary?
Yeah. Midsommar I like better than almost every movie.
Yeah, you do love Midsommar.
Love that movie so much.
It's very good.
I've seen it I saw it there are like a very short list of movies that I just psychotically, like Danielle used to do for every movie. Went back multiple times.
She saw Challengers like 17 times.
Yeah, I mean, she's nuts. Danielle, I think we can all say now, is a legitimate crazy person. Our former intern, Danielle. We love her, and she's crazy.
How many times did you see Midsommar in theaters?
Easily 3 times, at least.
Is that the last movie you've done that for?
Yeah, it has to be.
And that's a rare thing.
Yeah, especially as an adult.
Yeah.
But then also I definitely went back and saw it when they put a director's cut in theaters. I saw that in theaters too. And so I don't remember if I saw the OG 3 times and then did the director's cut, or 2 and then the director's cut.
3 times is still good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Right. Because I psychotically love this movie. Yeah, I get it. And that's a go-to movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is unbelievable. That's a go-to movie too. There's a lot of stuff.
You haven't seen this yet?
Will Smith song about the Pretty Girls. That's a goated song.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about obvious things.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, here's the Eddington trailer. I don't know if it's going to work for you guys listening at home, but whatever. Deal with it.
It's not for them.
A24 is making
I am recording this. Fair warning.
That's what McClure says when we start the show.
Look, Joe, 6 feet.
Is that Zaddy Pedro Pascal?
Oh my God, Pedro Pascal and Ari Aster.
Is he not
By the way, can you pause for a second? That's Emma Stone. Mm-hmm. The tension already in this, I'm done. I'm sold.
Ready?
I'm completely sold. Like if that's the amount of trailer that I saw, the level of tension, Ari Aster, Emma Stone, Pedro Pascal. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be one of the greatest movies of all time.
Ever.
All right, go on.
Is that praying?
Oh, and there's Joaquin. We love
How
Joaquin.
did we get here? And even worse, is it worth it?
Protests.
At the cost of being at war with your neighbors?
Is this like a COVID thing?
That's why I'm running for mayor.
Because it did say 2020.
Maybe.
Mayor Eddington. Thank you, super duper very much.
She's so good.
Oh yeah, that's
I
Joaquin
used to
Phoenix
think
running
that
for
you
mayor.
were some big deal. But I am a much better human being than you.
Who are you talking to? There's nobody here.
Oh my God, hit pause for a second. The first truly modern Western. So Joaquin Phoenix played a crazy person, obviously. And he's driving down the street. That's a great call that you said during COVID. He's driving down the street like with a microphone and one of those cars with the speakers on it running for mayor. Except it appears to be during the pandemic, so nobody's on the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so who's he talking to?
Husband, sheriff, mayor to be.
You want things simple and neat.
We are in a fight against evil.
These are your streets. No, they're your streets to dictate.
You know how death works out.
Oh my God.
People are going to be looking here now.
Keep your own office going, but you're going to run mine.
So you vote Joe Cross, take back our community.
Hell yeah.
Save our soul.
There's guns and phones.
Good description.
It's not a coincidence. You are not a coincidence. We
Are not a coincidence.
Bro, this looks unbelievable. This looks unbelievable.
We need to free each other's hearts.
Oh my God. And there's guns in it. I mean, it literally looks like a horror movie set in like COVID protest era when everybody thought there was going to be a civil war. Like this looks awesome.
That trailer's got a great build.
Great build. That's a great trailer. Because it doesn't feel like it gives away a ton of the movie.
I have no idea what's going on.
But it does
July
build
18th. Jesus.
an incredible amount of tension already. Wow. Okay. July 18th. And when does the Paul Thomas Anderson movie?
That's September.
Bro, we're eating. Okay?
I know.
We're just eating. Like, this is incredible. Because the Paul Thomas Anderson movie looks amazing, too.
Yes.
Widescaping landscapes. Oh, my God. Looks awesome. Yeah, I'm very, very excited.
One battle after another. That's what it's called. Yeah, September 26th.
So July 18th will be Eddington. See, and I never even saw Beau is Afraid, but I'll tell you, I mean, I'm 100% Eddington's like probably first weekend in theaters.
People didn't like Beau is Afraid.
I think it felt, even in the trailer, like clearly there's a little artsy. This one's for him.
It was a big swing. Yeah.
Yeah. Which he's entitled to because he's goated. But, I mean, this one feels like, I mean, I'm already swimming in it.
I'll give people the ability to swing when you've proven yourself over and over again.
Like a goat?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. If you want to use
Thank
that
you.
word.
Thank you. Got him, didn't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to pay him back for that M. Night thing earlier.
I got you there.
No, you got me there too. Okay, we're even now. We're back to even, which is where I wanted to be. Man, that looks amazing. That looks incredible. I cannot wait for Eddington. Woo! Woo! We were talking about, of course, and by the way, I mean, now it's so funny because that is almost 2020 wasn't that long ago, but it also feels extremely removed from where we're at now. You know, the whole I don't think we're at each other's throats nearly as much as we were in 2020, 2021. Like, I think things are starting to shift a little bit. I think there's a reality going on that, like, you know, we're on the, like, we're on the verge of a war happening. Like, it's like this, this is a real thing. I think the fact that we're not locked up in our houses is allowing us to touch grass and see reality a little bit more. A lot less people are getting sucked into the QAnon world. A lot less people are, you know, just sitting at home for hours on end, coming up with their own theories. And the people who are fighting with each other, you wouldn't think they'd be fighting with each other. Like 2 weeks ago, we got Elon versus Trump, which was incredible. But now, do you see Tucker and Trump are going at it with each other?
Oh, yeah.
You're watching that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's fascinating, isn't it?
There's a lot of people hating Trump that were very pro-Trump, like literally like 2 weeks ago.
And you wonder what the deal is, because it's like, is it that they're principled people? Because that would be, what a twist that would be. If it turns out that everybody was principled and they were actually, if it turns out that people actually meant what they said, that would be the craziest twist of all.
Well, I think they're hoping that Trump follows through with what he said, which
turns back around.
No new wars.
Yeah, that's a big thing for, like,
of course,
Republicans and conservatives.
And
like,
it doesn't look that's the way things are headed.
He's not doing a great
job.
job.
It looks like he's super excited.
He's really excited to get into a war.
Yeah.
But you'd think that the people who are loyal to him going like, no. I mean,
that's a massive deal breaker for a
lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex Jones is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
So it's like,
I mean, how many unnecessary wars have to occur before, like, everybody just comes onto the same page of, like, this is not something we should be doing? Like, we don't benefit from it.
I mean, people do benefit from it.
I guess, yeah. As I was saying it, I was like, there are a few.
You don't benefit from it.
We in this room, we who live day to day don't benefit from it.
The people that have to go give their lives for this
don't benefit from it.
No. But there's
money to be made.
There's a lot of money to be made. And it looks like that's the direction he's going.
Just like whatever.
Full steam ahead.
Yeah. The economy just has to be up when I'm done. That's it. So first, Tucker was on the Steve Bannon Experience. And Steve Bannon was like, you know, hey, what do you think of Trump? And Tucker, I thought handled his dismay in Trump politely and in a almost in a statesman-like way. This is what he said.
Trump. I think he's a deeply humane, kind person. And I am saying this because I'm really afraid that my country's going to be further weakened by this. I think we're going to see the end of American empire, obviously. Other nations would like to see that, and this is a perfect way to scuttle the USS America on the shoals of Iran. But it's also going to end, I believe, Trump's presidency and effectively end it. And so that's why I'm saying this.
What do you mean by that? That's coming from you.
Look, I knew Bush. I knew George W. Bush. We had, family connections to Bush. I knew Bush. Personally, I still see Bush sometimes. And
what a big wig.
Of course, he hates me. And he does because I criticized him on Iraq. And that war is the sum total, from a historical perspective, of his administration. But I knew him, and he had all kinds of plans for the things that he wanted to do. But once domestically, right, to improve the country. Right. And you may agree or disagree, but in his mind, he wasn't just about the invasion of Iraq in March of 2000.
No. He was going to redo Social Security.
100%,
he had all this, all types of. He was going to take care of the entitlements issue.
And he really thought it was going to work.
Yep.
And you could laugh at that or whatever, but the point is, the second you get enmeshed in a real war, not a fake, let's go bomb the villagers and declare success, though we don't even have a good track record. Why are the Houthis still there? There's a whole other question, which is how prepared is the U.S. military for a real conflict? And the answer is totally unprepared. Scary unprepared. I don't think people understand that. But anyway, the only reason I'm saying any of this is because I really, really care. And it's been, what a disaster for me personally. It's like the last thing I wake up, you got all these texts, I can't believe you're so evil, you hate this or that. I just want to restate, I don't hate anybody. And to the extent I do hate people, I try to repent of it. I don't want to hate anybody. I really don't. I just don't want my country to be further weakened or destroyed by another one of these wars. And boy, if you can't connect the dots after 25 years of this shit, you're either too dumb to participate in the conversation, or you're, like Mark Levin, just a liar who doesn't care.
Okay. So that shot's fired.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That shot's fired. Polite shots, but that shot's fired.
Yeah.
And then the reporters asked Trump about it because they love this. They go you hear what Tucker said? You got that's your guy, right? That's
Can I guess what he said?
What do you think?
I didn't hear.
Okay.
But.
Okay. ... Okay. That's your guess. You haven't heard what he just.
I haven't heard.
Oh,
no, because I don't like to prep for this show.
Good. No, I think you didn't have to announce that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. This is news to me. I haven't heard. He'll maybe call Tucker a name or take a slight dig at him.
So you think even though Tucker was polite and they have, they've helped each other, the minute you disagree with Trump, he'll be like, well, he's kind of an asshole anyway?
Tucker led the entire criticism by saying he thinks that he's a
decent person,
mm-hmm. and cares about humanity and everything,
which is more than a lot of people will say about Donald Trump.
I haven't heard anybody say
I've
that.
never heard that before in my life. Okay, so here's what Trump's response was.
Tucker Carlson criticizing you, saying that you were complicit in the war.
I don't know what Tucker Carlson is saying. Let him go get a television network and say it so that people listen.
And quickly, before your bylaws.
What does that even mean?
He said Tucker got fired. Now nobody can hear him. Which, by the way, for a guy who ran on traditional media is lying to you, I'm going to go do podcasts. For him to now say, if you're not on a that's like Nathan Fielder saying CNN is it. Now Trump is saying, if you're not on a television network, I don't even hear you.
Yeah.
Is that what he meant? I thought he said, tell him to go get a television.
No. Go get a television network, meaning get a gig on television. You lost your TV gig. Now nobody hears you.
Oh, that's a slam.
It's a slam, but it's totally against what he has said.
Yeah. Hey, I only listen to Fox News.
I only listen to cable. Hey, tell Tucker if he wants to reach me, get on mainstream media, okay? If you're a Trump supporter, aren't you watching that going what?
Yeah, I thought...
you told us not to watch the TV. You told us they were lying. You even told us Fox News was lying.
That's just Trump. He says one thing and then he'll say the other thing and they'll say something else.
But it's getting to the point where the tenets, the pillars of MAGA-dom, Trump's being no, those are all meaningless. Those are totally Yeah, this is just like, I'm going to change my mind on everything. Whatever I say, just roll with me.
That day. Then he could go back the next day.
Right.
Say something else.
Right. We hate Teslas. Okay, good. Hey, good news, everybody. Teslas are fine. Oh, okay. And he is losing people.
Yes.
It's interesting to see that it's not like as simple as people once painted it out to be. Oh, these people will just follow whatever Trump says.
There's a section of people that will do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, they're still selling hats.
Yeah. But no, I think a lot of Republicans who voted for him because he's the Republican candidate are like, dude, this is against
we don't want this.
Everything.
And I think there are people that said that thought he was a good candidate.
Mm-hmm. Sure, absolutely.
And are now going like...
Compared to the other one? Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
And are now going like, this is disappointing. This isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah. But I mean, does it surprise you that he
No.
said one thing during his campaign and then changes?
No. It doesn't,
they all do.
not remotely. Not remotely. I wouldn't even check to, like, I would just assume he's making it up as he goes. He's starting to sound like Lion Ted.
Oh.
And
You talk about Lion Ted Cruz?
That's the last thing you want to sound like. Yeah.
You talk about Broadway baby Lion Ted Cruz?
That's the one thing he'll never lie about. Broadway.
He can. He's got a song in his step.
He really does. He loves the shows. He loves theater.
Wouldn't you love to talk to him?
I would love it.
Just about that.
I wouldn't talk about politics at all.
And that's how you'd pitch it. Just be like, listen, we want to talk to Ted next time he's in town.
And then I'd try,
absolutely no politics.
I try to get them to play the interview on Broadway radio.
They would.
It's a special. It's a special. We've got a town hall.
You think he hid in another room like last week and watched the Tonys?
He definitely did. Because everybody around him makes fun of him for it. But he watched that show.
He's like, I have to take a 3-hour meeting. I'll be in my office. Please don't bother me.
They're like, it's Sunday night. He's like, I know.
Yeah.
My work is never done for this state.
Government never stops.
That's right. I got to run this state. It's a Sunday meeting.
You just hear him cheering.
There might be protests. I got to go get on this call. Oh, you got to be kidding me. He's yelling like it's a football game. Eric in Colorado.
Hi, Samuel.
Hey, bud.
So, here's one of the things. I think some of Trump's most ardent supporters don't know when to stop, despite the fact that it's costing them money. Lindell lost his lawsuit yesterday. He owes $2.5 million. He's got 2 more lawsuits still pending.
Shit.
Related to the same thing. And instead of shutting his mouth, he's still saying, I'm going to prove that I'm right and the election was stolen.
He can't stop. He's too locked in.
He can't stop.
But
he's literally going to lose everything, including his business.
But what's interesting is this.
Shut the fuck up.
This Trump thing has been going on. Unlike before, this Trump thing has been going on long enough where there are people see consequences now. So even Steve Bannon is like, bro, I went to fucking jail for you, dude. What are you doing? I went to jail for you.
But Trump doesn't even acknowledge Mike Lindell anymore. He's just fighting on his own.
And that's the other thing. That's what when you talk about consequences, you can see that when the useful idiots have their usefulness is used up, Trump discards them.
Yeah.
Well, you look at Rudy owed $147 million was going to go to prison, and one of Trump's supporters, paid his bill, and Rudy finally shut his mouth. And then you have Lindell, who he's going to lose everything. He's even openly admitting he can't pay his own bills, and he just doesn't know when to shut up.
Well, he's broke, man.
After losing yesterday, he even came out and said, I'm going to prove that I'm right.
Dude.
Some people want to go down swinging. Thank you, Eric. Some people
you respect that?
Yeah.
It's like, if you have the evidence, why are you showing it?
Where is it?
Right.
We're still waiting.
Right.
For 5 years.
Trump said he was going to show it.
Put it in the binder. Give it to Libs of TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, he was ordered to pay $2.3 million in damages, far less.
He ain't got it
than the $62.7 they were asking.
Well, but you could ask for any figure. He doesn't have it.
$10.
$10. He don't have it.
No. Let me sell a pillow real quick.
Yeah, nobody's buying those pillows anymore.
No.
If you just shut the fuck up, you could have just sold pillows.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Just keep putting the pillow commercials on the TV. People buy the pillows.
And there's no loyalty from Trump.
No. He doesn't even talk about that guy.
Oh.
I don't know who that guy is, he'll say.
He said, I will not stop talking until we don't have voting machines in this country.
He should get pillow machines.
Yeah.
Don't worry about voting machines.
Worry about yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Your guy won. He literally won.
He's in office, so make pillows. Give him a pillow. You don't see Rudy Giuliani around anymore.
No, you really don't.
Where did he go?
He shut up real quick once he had to give up that baseball jersey.
Yeah. No, we're taking the jersey, too.
Yeah.
That's my kid's. No, it's our jersey, actually.
He wants to just ride out his days in peace, I'm assuming.
Broke.
He's probably down in, broke, but he's down in Florida. He's working on his tan.
Trump's not answering his calls.
It doesn't matter. He's playing golf, I'm sure.
Do you think he knows, like, oh, I
fucked up.
I fucked up. He fucked me. You think all these guys know on some level? Yeah, he got us.
Well, I think they think, like, oh, he's going to have my back forever because I had his back.
Right.
And it's like, when the use is over.
Right. Sorry. I mean,
no loyalty.
No. If I ever need to call him, he'll be there. No, he won't.
I won't.
No,
Change his number.
Yeah. I'm not picking up this call. Forget that. I got caller ID, idiot.
Yeah.
I'm not picking up this call.
I was born at night, but not last night.
That's right. That's right. You have a collect call from Rudy Giuliani. Nope. Why does it say he didn't accept the charges?
That must be a telemarketer. Not taking it.
Nope. Sorry. Can't do that. I mean, who did he let out of jail recently? Who did you just let out of jail? Somebody got pardoned.
That couple.
Right. The Chrisleys.
Yeah.
The Chrisleys
I
got
saw
out
she
of
dyed
jail.
her hair.
She's back.
Yeah.
Good.
She's camera ready now.
Good. Julie Chrisley. Yeah, the Chrisleys got out of jail. That doesn't mean any of you guys are getting out of jail.
No. Joe Exotic's still in there.
100% he
With
is.
his butthole art.
Well, at least he's got his butthole art.
Yeah, but he wants to be out. He thinks he's going to die in there.
Well, what if you said you can't bring the butthole art with you? Are you
Oh,
staying in
you think
jail?
maybe he's staying in jail because
he wants to keep the butthole
he
art.
wants to hang on to the butthole art?
Maybe.
He can get new butthole art when he gets out of jail.
I don't know.
Although I don't know if that guy would really want to live with him outside. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that seems like more of like a jail marriage.
Yeah. It's more fun that he's locked up.
Right.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's like when you have like a girlfriend in high school and then you guys go off to college and you're like, and the girlfriend goes like, well, clearly like we have to end this. And you're like,
why?
We're both like, the colleges are local. Like they're low. She's like, long distance will never work. It's like, what are you talking about? The colleges
still
are
living at home.
Yeah,
They're both in
the same neighborhood.
We're both going to like state university,
community college.
Yeah, it'll never work.
Yeah.
It'll never work.
You just drive there like high school.
College gets too complicated. What are you talking about? I want to sleep with other people.
I got to concentrate on my major.
Yeah.
It's 2-year school.
Yeah, I mean, you barely got in. Brian in Florida.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you today?
So good.
Good, buddy. Yeah, so you ruined a business trip for me for
awesome.
the Midsummer recommendation. I'm not really a big horror fan, but you wouldn't shut the fuck up about Midsummer forever.
I love
so
that
I
movie.
watched it, and then I was trapped in an economy seat, like on the window, with all that tension.
Very tense.
Right before business. Yeah, and I'm in business development and marketing, so I had to go pitch shit to a customer after the fact, and I couldn't. I was so messed up from the movie. It's a great movie, but it fucked me up for the entire week. So I appreciate that.
You got it,
Talk
Brian.
to you guys later.
I love that it even affected your sales pitch. That's amazing.
That's quite a movie to watch on a
Thank
plane.
you, Brian. Yeah. Because you're enclosed, there's no escape.
And also, like, I try to be very aware of what is on my screen and knowing that anybody can see it.
Oh yeah. You don't want like some dude having sex with a girl with a weird random circle of girls.
Like, I'm trying to be safe.
Yeah.
I know the stewardess is walking past.
She's a flight attendant.
I don't know. I get all my flight information from Troy because he flies a lot.
Gotcha.
And he says stewardess.
Gotcha.
Right?
Stewardess, I speak jive.
Sexy stew. Yeah, it's a very tense movie. It's
yeah,
so
I would
good.
not watch that on a plane.
Would you like a beverage before we land? Possibly a bear suit? What did you say? I said a beverage or a coffee. No.
I thought you said bear suit.
Oh, you're just sitting in the bathroom of the plane, like all closed in, like going like, what's going on around me? Yeah, no, it would fuck me up. It would fuck me up for sure. All right, let's take a break. There's a lot to do today. Mark Maron's going to be on the show today. Very, very exciting times. Yes, Mark Maron from the new show on Apple TV, Stick.
Yeah.
Watch the show later today, but this morning, you're going to get to hear Mark Maron and a whole bunch more. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show. back with Sam Roberts Show.
This showed how together everyone was in the 90s. Because, everyone who liked any sort of genre was like, yeah, this is fucking...
Yeah. If you didn't like I'm the Firestarter, Twisted Firestarter.
And this was out of left field. I mean,
totally left field.
What the hell is this?
Right. Because there's those are all the lyrics, and all the songs are like this that don't have standard, chorus, verse. Yeah. But it's still this was radio.
Oh yeah.
This song was on the radio. Yeah. And you just drive around listening to it.
It's a good beat. How do you not?
Huh?
It's a good beat. How do you not?
But there's just not a lot of examples of
no.
Industrial dance music.
It hit at the right time.
And it's playing on K-Rock. It was and
this album had "Smack My Bitch Up."
Yes, it did.
That's right.
That's a great song.
Great song.
Wow. As we look at the calendar, we realize it's a very special day today. I don't know if you guys realize that even though it's a holiday, we still are here live doing a show. Because yesterday was Monday.
Right.
Tomorrow is Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Do you know what that makes today?
It's Toots Day.
He's silly and he's furry. His name is Mr. Toots. He's always happy and purry. That rascal Mr. Toots.
Oh, I wonder what that rascal Mr. Toots is up to this Toots Day. It's always Toots Day on a Tuesday.
That's right.
When we learn about that rascal Mr. Toots, of course, Troy's pet Persian cat, Mr. Toots.
Chinchilla Persian.
Chinchilla Persian.
Oh yeah.
Now, last we heard, the plan was for Mr. Toots to have the weekend away from Mom and Dad.
Oh, yeah.
While Mom and Dad went to Chicago.
Yeah.
I think he was going to Auntie's house.
Yeah, he was going to...
Auntie Effie.
Auntie Effie. How is this... and he loves Auntie Effie's.
Loves Auntie Effie.
If I recall correctly, last time Mr. Toots was picked up by Mom and Dad from Auntie Effie's, he was really trying to stay.
Oh, wait, is that the same place?
No, that's a different place. That's up near you, past in Connecticut.
Oh,
yeah.
In the Bestchester.
Yeah, he loves it up there.
He's like meow.
That's Auntie Steffi's.
Oh.
Auntie Steffi's. How does he feel about Auntie Effie's?
Loves Auntie Effie.
Loves that just the same.
Yes.
Yeah. Anywhere that's not with Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
That's what it's starting to sound like.
Yeah.
I think he just likes new smells.
Sure.
He likes new places.
And he probably likes new territories to take over.
Yes.
Yeah. And Auntie Effie obviously loves
Mr. Spoils him rotten.
I'll bet.
Treats. He has his churu sticks.
Churu sticks?
Yeah.
What are those?
Those are like a little packet of of cat treat that you can kind of squeeze out.
Oh wow.
And he loves it. So he'll get his hard-boiled egg with some churu.
Oh wow.
And then he'll get a scavenger hunt.
And a scavenger hunt with the hard-boiled egg and a churu.
You have to let the hard-boiled egg and churu digest.
Right.
Then he gets this guy. There you go. Yeah, churu sticks.
Look at that churu sticks.
Yeah.
And then, did he use the bathroom in the proper area? Or
at Auntie Effie's?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
He probably flushes and everything at Auntie Effie's.
He probably does. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Wow.
But he was good.
He had a great time.
How
did he feel to see you guys when you came back?
Sometimes he runs and hides because he's so happy that he's there. He doesn't want to leave. But he was fine. He was ready to
okay.
go. Yeah.
He was okay. Yeah. And has he been since at home?
He's good. My fiance Clarice she comes home today. So
she's still in Chicago.
She's still in Chicago. The big ceremony was last night.
I see.
So he slept on her pillow last night.
Oh,
so he misses her.
Oh. Yeah. Is it shit on the floor?
No shit on. He doesn't shit on the floor in New York. This is more of a Florida thing.
When he's because in Florida you can do that. It's the land of the free.
Yeah, he's like, let freedom ring. And
right.
He takes a big dump.
Right, and you're like, you can't shit there. And he's like, tell DeSantis. Yeah. DeSantis says I can shit wherever I want.
Wherever I want.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand my ground.
Yeah, I'm standing my ground. Does Toots stand his ground?
He does.
Okay, well, he's a Florida cat.
He is. He really is a Florida cat.
So you guys were in Chicago, though.
Yes.
You came back now because your fiance, she had come in a couple of months ago to promote this cookbook that she did. What's the name of that cookbook?
Breaking Bao.
Breaking Bao.
BAO.
And it got nominated for a James Beard Award.
Yes.
Which is the premier award that in the cooking industry.
It's very prestigious.
Very prestigious.
It's like the Dundies for cooking.
That's even better than I thought.
Yeah, no, it's
wow.
serious.
Did they do the ceremony at a Chili's?
It was not at a Chili's.
Okay,
Chili's was celebrated though.
Okay, that's all right. So that's fine. That's fine. That's okay then. But that's great. So you guys went to Chicago. Look at you guys on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Walking the red carpet. Did she help pick your outfit for the red carpet?
She did.
That's great. Yeah. So because you look great.
Thank you.
Stylish.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, she wanted something that complemented her dress.
Well, yeah, and you're there representing her ultimately.
Of course, yeah. It's her night.
Right. She tried to get you to cut your beard?
I was just going to ask that.
She likes it. Now, I think she's starting to like it.
Starting to like it or is resigned that it's never going away?
She has seen there's something weird where men are complimenting it a lot. So I think she sees that and she sees that like this is a respected thing from men.
Sure.
So I think that's kind of
I should value it the way the population's valuing it.
Yeah.
I see.
And it's my look.
It is your look. Yeah. It is your look. And it takes, you know what? It takes a certain amount of chutzpah to develop a new look.
Yeah.
And you've done that.
Well, I'm in my final hour, so I got to figure out what the look is.
I'm not 100% sure that's...
It's been a while, though, since you've come in with it unbraided. I would love to see it.
I think I did it. I think I scared Sam.
I don't want to see it.
Did he scare you?
I would rather not see it.
What if he came in unbraided and I didn't wear my glasses?
I'd probably stay home that day.
I'll be on Zoom today.
I prefer not to come in.
It's a lot. It looks very like
I'd stay home. I'd do the show from home, and I'd say, if you guys don't mind, turn your camera off.
Okay. All right.
We're going to do this no video. We're going to do a real listener experience here.
Yeah.
Scarier than that Ari Aster movie?
The tension in here would be worse than an Ari Aster film, yes. Yes. When I had those beady eyes and that disgusting beard staring at me, I wouldn't like it.
I look like a wizard.
You do, but not a wizard that I would trust.
Harry Potter's cool.
Wow.
Like, you look like a wizard.
Like a white trash wizard.
Oh. Yeah.
White trash wizard.
Like the Wizard of Pinellas Park or something like that. You know what I mean?
Valentine.
Right. You look like a like you
Sounds
look
like a Ted Nugent song.
You look like a wizard that lives in a trailer park and everybody calls him the Wizard.
Yes.
Because who knows how long he's been in that trailer park for, and also he's always got what you need.
Yeah, that's right.
He makes it appear.
Yeah.
So, but you enjoy, Chicago is a fabulous city.
I love Chicago. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
This time of year is great because you can walk around.
Yeah. Early summer in Chicago. It might be my favorite city.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
great
really?
city.
I love Chicago.
More than New York.
Yeah, New York sucks.
More than Boston.
Boston's a great city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicago is like a special city though. Like it's like you're there. Like this is cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, and the people are really nice. Like I couldn't believe like just the people walking around, like or the people you deal with at a restaurant. They're like so much nicer than here.
Right.
They're actually kind.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, yeah. Especially Manhattan. Manhattan is a city that's built to make people miserable.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like more than Orlando.
Well, Orlando's the greatest city in the world.
Yeah, I said it's one of the great cities. Chicago, like Orlando. It's hard to beat Orlando.
Yeah, don't forget about Restaurant Row.
Even in August, when the sun's beating down on you, that's fine.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a sacrifice one is willing to make because it's so great.
Your worst day there is still better than your best day here.
That's right. That's 100% right. For Troy, it's very true.
Very much.
But yeah, so what did you guys do in Chicago?
So we got there early Friday.
Yeah.
And, she just has a list of places she wants to hit food-wise.
Oh, she loves that. Everywhere you go.
Well, because, it's, you go, like, what's the place? Where do you go? So, like, we literally put down our stuff. We went to a place called Kasama, Kasama, which is a Filipino restaurant. It's the world's first Filipino restaurant to win a Michelin star.
Hey, shout out to the Michelin star.
And
they give out the tires.
Yeah.
Yes.
The man, the white
Michelin man.
Yeah. And it was fantastic.
It was good
food. They do a brunch. We waited 45 minutes out in the pouring rain for brunch.
For brunch?
Yeah. Because she's like, this is the place. I didn't go last year when she was here for the Beard Awards. We got to go this time.
She'd be so frustrated with me. Last time I went to Los Angeles with Hot Dog.
Yeah.
Hot Dog took out his phone and he said, my coworkers gave me a list of restaurants we have to try.
Yeah. Okay.
I said, put that shit away. We're going to Raising Cane's. That's what I told him. Put that shit away right now.
That's when you're hanging with you. That's what you do.
That's what I like. That's just what I like.
It's annoying though. Don't you want to try what's
You're not going
to
change him.
No, I know, but
put that shit away.
Aren't you glad that Clarice has this list?
Of course, yeah. Because I love it. Because every place she shows me, it really is amazing.
Yeah,
she finds good places.
All right.
But you wouldn't have liked anything there.
No.
There's nothing there you enjoy, and that's fine. You like what you like.
They got chicken, I'm sure.
I don't. You don't
Look right there, chicken adobo.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Just hold the coconut, palapa, and garlic rice.
I mean, I get a hash brown, egg, and cheese. That's fine. Okay. I'm sure it's good.
Yeah.
Breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, no, they're great. That was an amazing place.
Yeah.
But we were soaked while we're sitting there.
Well, that I wouldn't do.
No umbrella?
No.
Okay.
We didn't bring an umbrella.
Because what do you want to bring it on the plane?
I would never think to bring an umbrella on a trip.
No.
And I didn't think we were going to be waiting outside for 45 minutes to get into this place.
Well, you didn't realize you need brunch? I mean, 45 minutes for brunch?
For brunch.
Come on.
But this is the spot.
Oh, I didn't realize.
It's the spot. Don't be such a jerk.
I'm not being a jerk.
Yeah, you are.
45 minutes to wait for brunch. I'm the jerk. Okay.
It wasn't my doing.
All right, when you frame it like that, that's a little different.
All right.
So it was a great brunch. We enjoyed it. And then we have dinner plans. I think we had a 6:00 dinner. This was probably 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh,
but we're soaked. And I'm like, okay, so what's next? She's like, oh, we got a little time. We'll just go back. I said, we got to go to McDonald's.
Okay,
right,
Troy. Now you're speaking my language.
I'm cooking with gas. Right?
I mean, you are lucky that I wasn't there, because I'd be looking at your fiance going like, yeah, you're way wrong. Of course we have to go to McDonald's.
Because this is the global McDonald's. The McDonald's headquarters.
We talked about it last week before you were going, and I told you, like, if you don't go to McDonald's, probably don't come back.
Yeah. Well, basically, that's what I said. I said, listen, we got to go to McDonald's. She's like, we're not going to McDonald's. We're not doing that.
Right.
Did you explain to her that it's like a special McDonald's? It's not just
she didn't care. She didn't give a shit.
Let me ask you this: is she still a little salty about going to McDonald's when you guys were in? Where'd you go to? China?
We went to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Was she still upset about when you guys went to McDonald's in Hong Kong?
She just couldn't believe that I wanted to go 3 times
in Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong.
Are you glad?
She's like, maybe once, but why 3? I'm like, because it was good.
It's good food.
Yeah, she just, she doesn't get it.
That's weird.
When you love McDonald's, you love McDonald's.
It's weird, but she understands food. I just don't understand it.
It blows my mind too.
It's weird.
She's a chef.
I know.
It's almost like a mental block.
I know.
Yeah.
Silly. Stop.
And it's food from around the world.
Right.
Like they only have this at that McDonald's in Epcot.
Yes.
Where you can get food from all around the world in one spot.
That's true. Epcot should have a global McDonald's.
It seems like a no-brainer to me.
It feels no-brainer-ish.
Well, the McDonald's in Orlando is the biggest McDonald's in the world.
But they just have American food because it's Orlando.
And they have pizza.
McDonald's pizza.
You've never had McDonald's pizza, have you?
If I have had McDonald's pizza, it was probably in 1990 or 1989.
Yeah. Well,
when it was like when they actually gave it a try. But no, I would love to sample McDonald's pizza.
You got to get your ass down to Orlando.
That's a good idea. Grab a slice.
Yeah.
Grab a slice. I'm gonna pop by the Golden Arches. Grab a slice.
I'll take a pie.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the menu here.
Wow. The global McDonald's.
Well, so you said we got to go to this McDonald's.
We got to go to
You're
this
wet.
Sopping.
Right. Your bellies are full from brunch?
So full. Like, I'm not hungry.
And you're like, we got to go to this McDonald's. And she says, no, we're not doing that.
We're not doing this. I said, yes, we are. I said, I told the guys. I was going. I can't let them down. I'm not coming all this way. I don't know when I'm going to be back in Chicago.
Right. Did you say that? I can't let them down?
I said I can't let them down.
Like
I said I was going.
Like if you came back with no McDonald's trip, we'd go like, you really let us down. Yeah. We're not mad. We're disappointed.
You say one thing and then you do another.
Right. We don't trust you anymore.
Right. And I don't want that.
Right.
Also, for all you know, this could be your last trip to Chicago.
Very well.
Who even knows if you'll make it back?
I might not make it
to
home
tell
today.
the story.
Right.
Yes. So we get there, and to be 100%.
And so you go. So she's like, fine.
She's like, I said, I'll get the Uber. Which, by the way, it was like a $50 Uber to get there, $50 to get. So I spent $100 just to get to McDonald's.
I like that. I mean, you're like engaged to be married. I don't know if don't worry, I'll pay for the Uber. Isn't it all kind of yours collectively?
We don't have a joint checking account.
I guess. Okay. All right.
And, this was kind of like, hey, we're in Chicago for your thing, so
right. So this should be your treat, but fine. I'll do it. I'll do this one.
So we get there, and I'll be honest with you, like they have the global menu.
Yeah.
I was pretty disappointed.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Because they rotate what their global menu is.
Oh, so they don't have everything in stock all the time.
Right.
Oh.
So my options were a triple onion burger from Korea,
Okay.
a McCrispy bacon cheese melt from Brazil,
Really good.
and from India, the McAloo Tiki, which is a vegetarian burger.
Those are the only 3 global items?
Of sandwiches.
Wow. So when you got there, did you voice your displeasure, or did you have to pretend like it was cool because you didn't want your fiance to know that not only had she agreed to this, but it wasn't what you had thought?
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, cool, we'll try this.
Yeah. You couldn't let her know.
This sucks.
Yeah, we blew it.
I fucked up.
Right.
So I tried the triple onion burger.
Wait, you're full from brunch.
Stuffed.
And there was like 3 hours before dinner.
Yes.
Oh, you're doing dinner.
We went to a really nice place.
But before that, between brunch and dinner, you got a triple onion burger, which looks like a nice big patty, onions, lettuce.
Triple onions.
And then fried onions on top.
Oh. Fried onions, yeah.
And then some kind of, what's that, mayonnaise?
Something, yeah.
You don't even ask.
What was the ointment?
I believe it was like a mayo.
It'd be tough for me.
But I'll be honest with you, man.
Oh, no, it's a horseradish sauce.
Oh, okay. Whatever it was.
Probably complements the onions very nicely.
Yeah.
It was very lackluster.
Oh.
No.
Very lackluster.
Well, somebody tell review, bro.
I know.
And what'd you get, the Michelou Tiki?
Michelou Tiki, which was...
What's a Michelou Tiki?
It's a...
oh, you got 2 sandwiches.
Yes.
In between brunch and dinner.
Because you had just had brunch and you had dinner coming up, so you got a second sandwich.
And I guess I didn't know what it was. I should have looked into it, but it's a veggie burger.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what's an Aloo Tiki patty?
It was like a potato patty with like curry on it.
Oh, what a waste of time.
Oh, I was pissed. But I had to, keep my game face.
Right, because you can't tell her you're pissed because
This sucks.
she's pissed.
She's sitting there sopping wet still, by the way.
You guys are still wet and full?
Soaked.
What did she get?
Nothing.
Why not?
A sour face.
She was furious and also didn't have an appetite to begin with because she already ate?
Yeah, I'm like, what do you want? She's like, nothing.
Yeah, it was between brunch and dinner.
I forgot about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we have an amazing dinner reservation in literally like 3 hours.
And you're like, well, I'm going to grab 2 sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I saw on your Instagram that she was making a boo-boo face. Was that just for Instagram, like just to illustrate how she felt? Or
No,
was
she was sitting there with a sour puss on her face.
The whole time?
And I shot that video.
And you were laughing. Because you were laughing.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, you do brunch a little for her and now a little for you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this trip is for you. Like this little
I'd love a
excursion
little
here.
detour. It's not taking anything away from you.
Nothing.
But maybe she's also humiliated because like she's there for a chef award.
With the James Beard Foundation.
So imagine if somebody like sees her through a window or something. You know
Were
what I
there
mean?
any other James Beard nominees at the Global McDonald's?
No.
Like imagine if a fellow nominee goes like, were you at the McDonald's?
Well, it's funny. Funny you say that.
Okay.
Because there was somebody that won some awards that I had I quickly became friends with because of our mutual love for McDonald's.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you about it.
All right.
I'll tell you who wouldn't be too proud to go into Global McDonald's.
Who's that?
Anthony Bourdain.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
And Guy Fieri would have the time of his life in there.
Oh, Guy Fieri would just streak.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was Flavor Town.
So I ate it. It sucked. I was bummed.
The onion burger also only okay or good?
It was so mediocre.
7 hours for that.
So mediocre. So I was so bummed. But
Did
then,
you finish them?
You know what? Yeah, I did because I don't want to waste it.
Oh, that's good. It's a sin.
You know what I mean? Like,
Wasting food is a sin, especially after
It was
brunch.
so bad, and I had already eaten brunch, and I had dinner in a few hours, but I finished it.
The story of Troy's vacation, and it ends with, I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
So we're there, and like they have the corporate McDonald's right there. Like that's like their big headquarters.
Oh, that's
Wow,
cool.
that's great.
So I went up to the girl that works at the counter, and I was like, "Oh, do you by any chance have a gift shop?" And she's like, "No, we don't have a gift shop."
And when you're asking, do you have a McDonald's gift shop here? Is your fiance going like, what the fuck?
No, because when I was in Hong Kong, I went to a place and they had McDonald's socks, McDonald's ties, a whole bunch of cool shit. And it was only at one McDonald's. And I was like, oh, I'll see this again because I was going to get you guys stuff.
That would have been nice.
And so I was like, oh, it'd be great if they had a gift shop here. So the manager comes over and he goes, I'm like, you don't have a gift shop here? He's like, no. He's like,
I love that way you phrase it, though.
You don't have a gift.
You guys are just leaving this on the table. You don't have a gift shop here.
I'm trying to give you my money.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. And he goes, well, the corporate office upstairs on a certain floor, they have stuff for purchase, but it's not open to the public. I'm like, well, that's dumb. I'm like,
that's dumb.
That's dumb. You're dumb.
I told him. I said I'm on
Fielder.
I'm on the #1 radio show.
You told him that?
I told him that.
Good. I mean, tell him to, and if they're like the #1, tell him to check the Instagram account and who's got the most hits.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
I said so. I wanted to get something for the guys. I'm a little bummed because I wanted to bring something back for the fellas. We talked about it on the air.
And they're like, serious? Is that where Howard? You go, yeah. There's Howard. There's Andy. There's Sam.
Yeah. Exactly. Top 3.
Right.
And you want to promote this small little up and coming restaurant, McDonald's.
So he goes, hold on a second. I'm going to grab you some stuff.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay. And I'm thinking,
was your fiance next to you while it was happening, or did she not know what you were doing?
She said, right. She thought it was funny. She's like, oh, good. He's getting you some stuff.
Okay.
Kind of shows that you're the man, too.
This guy comes back with like a handful of stuff. Wow. A backpack. Some cups. One of those like shaker glasses for like I was like, oh, this is great for
like
Travis.
that girl on Bar Rescue. Oh, because he loves to drink.
He loves to drink.
And he could use it. He could be like that girl on Bar Rescue that smiles right at the camera while she's shaking.
Yeah, and then
they use it at 11 a.m.
Yeah, you would.
And they had another like to-go beverage cup that was like
like a Stanley,
like a plastic one that with the lid that you can flip over the. And it had like the Hamburglar on it and Grimace.
You know what would be great? Bringing that to a McDonald's with free refills.
I know. That would be great.
You thought that already?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, I was going to give it to you. I'd be like, oh, this would be great for your kid or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So he hands it to me. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Thanks, dude. Like, and the backpack, and I took the bags, and I started loading I was like, here, let's get a picture real quick. Because I was like, I'm going to show the guys. I'll promote you. I'm going to say, I got his name. Mm-hmm. So I took a picture with the guy.
I'll big you up.
I mean, all right. Like, let me see.
Hang on, I gotta see.
So,
let me take your.
Where does this go wrong?
I mean, I'm loving this story so much. Like I'm on the edge of my seat because the picture was not in Troy's Instagram reel.
No, it was not.
No, it wasn't.
He didn't make the carousel.
This is the first time I'm seeing it, and I gotta be honest, Sam. I don't see any stuff here.
Maybe it's under the turntable.
Okay, here you go.
I bet he's got it.
Okay. So I take the backpack and I start loading everything in the backpack, and he goes, "Oh, you got to pay for this."
I knew it.
So I said to him, I go, "Oh, okay, here you go." I'm like, "Have a nice day," and I walked out. So, guys, I tried to get you guys stuff.
Listen, to your credit, explaining like who you are and you work for this radio show, blah blah blah, and then a guy saying, "Hang on, I'll be right back."
I'm gonna grab you some stuff.
That would indicate to me like I'm gonna hook you up.
Yeah,
not like I'll go get some stuff from the store for you to purchase.
Yeah. I don't think it's funny because you thought it was free. I would have thought it was free too. I think it's funny that you just handed it right back to him and left.
Walked right out.
I would have done the same thing.
I was like, "Okay, cool. Here you go. Have a nice day."
And what did your fiance think of it?
She thought it was funny.
Did you like that?
Yeah. So finally, like, okay, I cracked a smile on her.
Okay. Because that rascal Troy Kwan has had it again.
Oh yeah. So guys, I'm coming back empty-handed.
Hey man, but you're not going to get hoodwinked, are you?
No, hell no.
No.
And honestly, like I'll be honest with you, like it was cheap shit.
Sure.
Right.
It's like like with corporations slap their logo on the cheapest piece of shit you can find.
Sure. I would have loved that red Big Mac hoodie if it was my size. Yeah.
And they had other socks in Hong Kong. I was so pissed.
And that guy didn't bring down any of that great stuff.
Not one pair of socks.
I mean, he should have brought down that Letterman's jacket.
Doesn't matter. You would have had to pay for it.
Well, he should have given me a Letterman's jacket.
Yeah.
Because
he probably saw that Legolas clip and regretted it.
It probably did. Wait till Sirius puts up their Rushmore. Howard.
Yeah.
Andy.
Sam.
Me, and they'll leave the last one blank.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't have anyone.
They're waiting for another one.
We don't have one for the fourth one yet. Bennington can get up there. Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, he's goated.
Sure. Mad Dog might want to get up there.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about Mad Dog.
Yeah.
And then Stephen A., of course, when he comes over.
He gets right on the Rushmore?
Immediately.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, first show.
Was he going to be playing solitaire on it?
Okay, I saw that.
All right, go on.
So that was that.
Probably watch the game.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so I came back empty-handed.
It was an L. And also the experience was not great. And now you're double full from 2 sandwiches.
Two sandwiches I didn't enjoy.
And you get a large drink?
I did. I didn't finish it. I was just, fuck this.
Right. Fries?
No fries. They did have like potato wedges I should have tried.
Oh. But you didn't.
I didn't. I was just, they blew it.
And then you were on your way to dinner.
Well, we went back to the hotel, relaxed for like a minute, and then we went right out to dinner. We went to this Brasero, Brasero. It's an Argentinian wood-fire grill.
Did you eat a lot there?
Had a big steak.
So that's a big steak after that?
I know.
I mean, are you okay?
We walked back. We did an hour walk back to the hotel.
Thank God. I mean, how are you feeling after?
I mean, she does this to me all the time.
Technically, she didn't do, hey, between brunch and dinner, let's eat 2 sandwiches at McDonald's.
You're right. That's my fault.
That's not 100% her.
So we went out to have a nice dinner. It was great.
And you can't say no to good food.
Bro, if it's in front of me, it's hard to say no.
Mm-hmm.
You're only human.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like you're in Chicago. When am I going to go back to Brasero?
Probably never.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Chicago's not like... It's a flight.
Like,
it's not that tough.
Yeah,
it's not like it's an international flight.
I wouldn't go there just to eat food.
Yeah, okay.
So that was that. And then the next day, which was Saturday. Yes, Saturday. That was we went out, had a nice brunch, and then there was the award ceremony for her at the James Beard Foundation. She unfortunately did not win.
I mean, just to be nominated is
incredible.
It's
massive.
It's a huge honor.
You know how many cookbooks come out a year?
Over 12.
Yeah, definitely over 12.
I'd say 12 to 15.
Yeah. One of them's always from Gordon Ramsay, so you know that one's like...
Oh, yeah. He's like, bam!
No, it's a different guy. But it's such an honor.
Such an honor. And it was cool. It was a great award ceremony. Cool. I met Chef Andrew Zimmerman.
I saw you got to meet your favorite chef.
He's awesome. He's such a cool dude.
And you were saying that I said, what makes him your favorite celebrity chef? You said he follows me on Instagram.
Yeah, and I enjoy his posts and
yeah.
I like his posts. He likes mine.
Yeah, you were like,
so he's a great chef.
I said of all the celebrity chefs, you're like, that's my number one. I said, why? You said, why? He follows me on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
I know. It's quite
there
an
he
honor.
is.
Yeah, look at him. He looks great.
He does. Both of you look great.
Thanks.
You look like you're in the Mutual Admiration Society.
It certainly felt that way.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey, Andrew. It's me, Troy, from Instagram. Oh, Troy.
Like he knew who he was?
Oh, yeah, from Instagram. He follows her.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Hey, good to see you in the flesh, not just on Instagram. Hey, Instagram buddy.
So, yeah, that was great.
Look how happy you are, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was just a lot of cool people there, a lot of good food to be had.
Oh, really?
I hope so.
Yes.
Really?
The highlight for me at the James Beard, I was excited to tell you about this. I have a new favorite author.
Oh.
You've met an author at the James?
He won 2 James Beard Awards.
Right.
That night for his book.
This year.
His name is Gary He, H-E.
He
wrote a
Gary
book.
He
wrote a book called Mick Atlas.
Mick Atlas. Is it Irish or?
No.
Okay.
A Global Guide to the Golden Arches.
Oh, man.
Bro. And he was handing these out.
Look at that. That's like an encyclopedia.
Look at the pages on it. It's the colors of a Big Mac.
I mean, it's a very well-designed book.
This guy loves McDonald's so much.
Right.
That he funded his own book. He self-published.
And it's not like a janky Amazon self-published thing. Like this, that's a textured cover. It's a big.
That's a coffee table book.
Heavy. It is. It's a coffee table book. And like the pages, like you said, when you look at the profile of it, when it's closed, the outside of the pages are colored like the ingredients of a Big Mac.
Yep.
That's a beautiful book.
It's a beautiful book. And so what this guy did is his own money, he went to McDonald's all across the world, photographed the McDonald's and photographed the food. So he'd go order the food, he'd take it back to his hotel and shoot it. Like
wow.
Do a proper photo shoot for the food.
Wow.
And this guy is obsessed with McDonald's.
Let me see that.
Hang on.
Let me see that. Oh, man. Yeah, it is. It's textured like sesame seeds on the front, a global guide to the Golden Arches. This is outrageous. Oh, he dedicates it to his mom and dad. That's great. Yeah, I'm looking through it, and it's like it really is like all the McDonald's products that are available. There's Spain, Festive Pie. In the United Kingdom, you can get Festive Pie. They've never been known for their originality and branding, I suppose.
In Spain?
No, in United Kingdom, Festive Pie.
Festive Pie.
Festive Pie.
And if you
It's
go-
pie for the rest of us.
Mike, if you go to his Instagram, Gary He, you can see he like literally all of his posts are about McDonald's.
You can get pasta salad. Where's this? In France, you can get pasta salad.
Yep.
Oh, they got McBaguette.
Oh.
Look at that hamburger. Oh, you would love this. This McBaguette. Let's see if there's a better. I mean, it's a very like well-designed book too. It looks like a real artist.
Yeah, it looks really great. Well, I think that's what, and Troy's on the phone, but I think that's what he was nominated for, was like the visuals.
The art design of
Yeah,
the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what's on this McBaguette. Okay. Limited time offering in the form of a sandwich, 2 beef patties, lettuce, Emmental cheese, and mustard on a baguette.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Look at it. He's in his zone right now.
Oh yeah.
He loves McNuggets?
Loves it all.
Is that McNuggets with caviar?
Yes. Yeah, he was telling me about that. I forget where that was.
McNuggets and you can get caviar at McDonald's?
Yes.
Wow.
he was-
You can? Really?
Yeah.
Look at Austria. They have pastries. Viennese pastries in Austria? Malaysia? Whoa.
Yeah. So it's an awesome book. I'm excited to dive into it. I think he'd be a great guest on the show actually because he shares in our love for McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. He can come on the show anytime.
All right.
Will he bring McDonald's?
Yeah, will he grab some McDonald's on the way?
He probably knows the best spot.
Yeah.
I would love to know the best McDonald's in the city.
That's it. He and by the way, we talked about the Global McDonald's. We were both disappointed in it.
Oh.
He's
He
like,
didn't like-
he's like, no, yeah, the menu
Okay.
this week is bad.
This week's menu. He's saying other times he's gone, it's been great.
Yes.
Look at him. He's wearing a McDonald's jacket. He's so enthused about the way he can talk to his friends about McDonald's right now. He's very happy.
And he was so excited about his book,
Right.
he rented a U-Haul to sit out after he won James Beard. He had the awards on him.
Oh, they give you like a medal.
They give you a medal.
Wow, not like a trophy, like a medal.
Right.
Right.
And so while the party's happening, he's outside with a U-Haul truck handing out his books.
He wasn't selling them, he was giving them?
Handing them out.
Good for him.
See,
That's
this is
guerrilla marketing.
And it's smart marketing because you have all these very influential people in the cooking world that are now going to give credence to the fact that it's not just this goofy book about McDonald's for, plebs like us. It's like, oh, there's real merit to this in the cooking world and Andrew Zimmerman or whoever.
All it takes is giving it to the one right guy. Or
Troy
girl.
Kwan.
And I'm
Troy
here.
Kwan.
They gave it to me.
He gave it, yeah, that's right. And he brought it back to tell the guys.
Oh, yeah. And I knew you guys would be excited.
Yeah. I wonder if he could get us some merch.
I was just going to say, I bet he would have gotten that on the house.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course, yeah. He's got the juice.
You know who I am?
You should ask, hey, will you come back with me? Hey, real quick. Can we go to the Global McDonald's?
But he's super, he's and funny guy.
Yeah.
Really into, it was funny to see. But
How does he stay in such great shape?
I think it's just good Asian genes.
Because he eats a lot of McDonald's, obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe he throws it all up.
I hope not.
You think he purges?
Yeah, I think he's
binge and purge?
He's
I would make the book
bulimic McDonald's guy.
That would make the book a lot less fun.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear he's puking up his Royale
No,
cheese.
you never want to hear that. Yeah, is that real Royale with cheese, or is that?
It mentions in the book.
Wow.
Well, yeah,
it wasn't
the
just for the
metric
movie. Yeah, that's true. The metric system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I never knew
wasn't
it.
just for the.
I never knew if it was just for the movie or not. And now, thanks
Gary
to
He.
Gary He.
Yeah.
We know he's like, no, and I've had one.
Yeah, there's no quarter pound.
Right.
Over there.
A Royale. A Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
So, yep, a lot of good eating. My new favorite guy, Gary He.
That's your favorite guy right now?
Right now.
Was that the highlight of the trip for you?
I think so.
Yeah.
And are you excited that we will have him on the show? So that means that like you can pursue your relationship with him further?
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
excited for you guys because I'm sure you have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I could talk about McDonald's all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's intense about it. I mean, he's dedicated his life to the Golden Arches.
That's weird.
It's crazy.
It's a weird thing to do.
But you got to appreciate it.
Does he like drive by a Wendy's and go like, fuck you?
Fuck you, Wendy.
I hate you.
Does like a drive-by.
Yeah.
Molotov
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Up yours, Dave Thomas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ronald McDonald's where it's at.
Right. Right. Because people do go, they will say, I mean, McDonald's is good, but they say Wendy's, the quality is better. I wonder if that offends him.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah. But yeah, so it was a great trip.
How were your flights?
They were fine.
Great. Good for you. You're on a nice little streak.
I know.
A deserved streak.
It's going to end, though.
It is going to end.
I have a bad feeling about the next one.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Well, that's weird. That's
going
not
to
like
Florida.
that's not like you.
To have a bad feeling about something happening in the future?
Unnecessarily. Yeah.
My therapist at one point called it, I have really bad anticipatory anxiety.
I heard that term from you, and I use it all the time.
Yeah,
I would say that's true.
Just worry about shit that hasn't even happened yet.
You're right.
And I'm sweating my flight already.
And obsess over it and almost create it in your head.
Yeah, you can make yourself sick.
Yeah.
I've made myself sick before.
Well, that's just because you eat McDonald's in between brunch and dinner.
That also will make you sick.
Excellent point, Travis.
Whereas last time I was flying a couple weeks ago, you guys were like, what airport are you flying out of? I'm like, I couldn't tell you right now.
And the time before that, you went to the wrong airport.
Because I don't know. I'm not thinking about it at all. It's the opposite of anticipatory anxiety.
Yeah, what is that?
Avoidant. Anticipatory avoidance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wish I had that.
It's great. It's great. Put it in front of me. That's all I'm worried about right now.
All right, good. So,
thankfully,
good
the flights were okay.
And then you went back and picked up Mr. Toots.
Went back and picked up Mr. Toots. He came home. He got a little shitty when he got home. He likes to hide.
Like literally?
Sometimes.
Sure.
Well, he did shit.
Okay.
But he hides. So
He hides in his own house?
Yeah, because he's pissed that he's back.
He's pissed that he's back and that mom's not there.
Oh,
yeah,
Just you.
Yeah.
He's pretty mad about that.
Yeah.
It's just this weird naked guy.
Are you naked a lot around him?
Yes.
Yeah, he's probably weirds him out.
As soon as I come home, I get naked.
Sure. Okay.
I hate wearing clothes.
You do?
Yeah, especially at home.
Are you annoyed right now?
Well,
kind of.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
When you're naked at home, do you keep the back brace on?
No.
Okay.
But I'm not opposed to it.
Could you be more comfortable right now?
Naked, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least my shirt off. I'm hot sweating.
Do you sometimes when you're riding your bike home, do you go like, I can't wait to get home and just get naked? You think about it?
Oh yeah. I'm taking my clothes off as soon as I walk in the door.
Right.
Especially now, it's hot and humid. Like, I just get me out of the clothes, get the fan on me.
It's like 70 degrees right now.
But it's humid.
The other day it was warmer.
It was warmer, yeah. Yeah.
It's humid as hell.
You're right. When you're in Chicago and you're in the hotel room, do you get naked in the hotel room?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Second I walk in.
Right. Does that ever, like, when you're living with a partner, does that take the romance out of it? Because sometimes, like, when you're naked, like, it's like, oh, you're like, my partner's naked. Maybe it's time for intercourse. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe because now we're getting sexy. You just, the second I walk in the door stripping your clothes off, does that strip the human body of its kind of sexuality?
I think she's pretty used to it. Because I walk in, I'm like, toots, I'm sweating.
Right. Toots and toots.
Yeah, exactly.
Toots, toots.
Whatever.
Clothes are coming off for me.
Oh, yeah.
So she may not look at your body as a sexual thing anymore.
That's a good question. Let me think about that. Probably not.
Probably not.
You sit on the couch naked?
Yeah, why? What's the problem?
Wait.
That's.
I have a question.
My underwear, I wear like shorts.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch Chris Cuomo nude?
Okay, now define nude. Like in my complete birthday suit?
Have you ever watched Chris Cuomo in your complete birthday suit?
No, I wear like like shorts or like my underwear.
You watch like so when you're watching Chris Cuomo at night, it'll just be in a pair of briefs.
Yeah, like if you look and you see Chris Cuomo's on, rest assured, I am sitting there in my underwear watching, eating a Trader Joe's ice cream sandwich,
or maybe a box
Just one?
of them.
Yeah, just one.
Or
I can't have more.
Yeah, you can.
No,
of course you can.
Of course, I physically can.
Have you ever had more?
I have. I'm not going to.
Why?
Because I'm just trying to keep the weight off. I'm getting fat.
And you're in your underwear, so it's you're really showing off.
Oh yeah, like titties are blazing.
Gotcha. And you got Chris Cuomo on, and he's looking all jacked.
Oh yeah.
He always looks jacked.
Right, and it's not a good example for you because now you're having body dysmorphia because you don't look like Chris Cuomo.
You think he gets body dysmorphia from Chris Cuomo?
Chris Cuomo is fucking jacked, dude.
He is jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris is the man.
Yeah, he's the man. Well, thank you for the update on this Toots Day.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent.
Yeah.
It's Toots Day.
He's silly and he's furry. His name is Mr. Toots. He's always happy and purry. That rascal, Mr. Toots.
Oh, that rascal, Mr. Toots. Hey, speaking of rascals, we did briefly mention it, but Oklahoma City is now up 3-2 against the Pacers in the NBA Finals. I guess Tyrese Halliburton's luck has run out, and he's starting to. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long couple of series. Yeah, yes. It's been a long season. It's been an extremely long postseason for him. And, yeah, it's a tough thing to have to maintain all the way into the championships. But
yeah, he's nursing a calf injury.
But
sucks. He says, like, if I can walk, I'm playing.
Right.
Like, and luckily for him, he's probably only got to do it one more time.
You mean because OKC is up 3-2?
Yeah.
Well, that's a hater's mentality.
No, I don't hate the Thunder. I think they're a great team. I like a lot of players on the Thunder.
What about the Pacers?
They're fine. I don't like the Pacers as a team.
Because they beat the Knicks?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're going to have to wait a little longer for a championship.
We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
No.
Maybe not. But, people are giving Stephen A. Smith a hard time.
I saw.
Because during the fourth quarter of one of the games, it might have been game
3 or 4.
I think it was game 4.
Okay.
I think during the fourth quarter of game 4, somebody is snooping, and they caught Stephen A. playing solitaire.
Some nosy guy
caught Stephen A. playing solitaire, and it was fourth quarter of one of the finals games.
Everyone's standing.
Everybody's standing up. Look at that guy. He's got his hand over his mouth like, holy shit, I can't believe what I'm seeing. And Stephen A. is like, come on, 6. Come on, need a 6 of clubs. 6 of clubs, 6 of clubs. He's just playing a little solitaire.
I mean, of all the things to play.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I think they're giving Stephen A. a hard time over nothing.
Really?
Yeah. I'm on Stephen A.'s side on this one.
Is that because you wanna cozy up to him when he comes over serious?
First of all, I like Stephen A. Okay? And people are like, oh, he's an asshole. His takes are terrible. That's what they say about him.
I've never heard that.
You never heard that?
No.
When he said Tyrese Halliburton is not a superstar, you didn't hear people saying, fuck you and your bad takes.
I was like, that's a pretty smart take, Stephen A.
Okay, well, you need to
agree with
you need to listen to people in Indianapolis because they weren't saying the same thing that you were.
I'm not on, with Pat McAfee like you are.
Pat McAfee loves Stephen A.
Does he?
He does. He's very fond of Stephen A.
Together.
He's very fond of Stephen A. And by the way, just because he works with him, he has not said the shiniest things about every single person at ESPN.
Nope.
As we know.
That's a good point.
As we know.
But you can't be playing solitaire in the fourth quarter of the NBA Finals if you're Stephen A. Smith.
Look, Stephen A.
That's a commitment game. That's not just like a let me check my text real quick.
Stephen A. has an extraordinarily busy schedule.
That's on him.
Okay? Sometimes when your only responsibility is to sit and watch the game, you want to be able to do it at your own pace without, you want to be in your own little bubble, nobody bothering you. For the record, solitaire is not a game that you have to be fully concentrated on the whole time you're playing.
If you're on a timer, yeah. If you're trying to beat your time.
It doesn't say that there's a timer on there.
Well, we can't see the full thing.
I don't know if he's trying to beat his time or if it's just something that he likes to do like during the downtime. Maybe he's looking up, okay, let me go back down to my solitaire game.
No, you gotta stay committed. You're watching the NBA Finals in person.
Bro.
Play solitaire later.
Okay, fine. One time I was at an NXT show.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I had great seats. It was WrestleMania weekend. I want to say Dallas.
Okay.
And
a few years ago.
It was a few years ago. It was before I was working there.
Okay.
Probably the year or two before I was working there. Okay. But I was still there working, doing media and stuff like that.
Sure.
And NXT was on Saturday night. It was a great show. Shinsuke Nakamura debuted. It was incredible. Okay? Uh-huh. And I am fucking licked from the week already.
Ew.
I mean, that's what they do.
Really? That's why you go to
They can't believe it's me. They can't believe it's me. They're like, can I lick you so I know it's you? And I'm like, of course. I have a duty to the fans. But I'm beat, right? And all I want to do is sit down and just quietly enjoy my wrestling show. Just almost like I exist in a bubble where nobody else in the building can see me or hear. Remember I told you I had good seats?
Mm-hmm.
Every time they went to a wide shot, I was on TV.
Mm.
I wasn't reacting to anything.
Oh.
Because I was just being quiet. And
You're just taking it in as you would at home.
Yeah, just fucking let me just I was just absorbing. Sometimes I just need to absorb the energy. And that's what I like to do.
And your schedule is just so much.
Even that. Now, forget about it. Even that. And all I'm getting is tweets. How can you be sitting on your hands for this? It looks like you're not even enjoying yourself. Oh my God, you're there for this and you're not even reacting to it. What's wrong with you, Sam? I said, get out of my mentions and get out of my life.
Ooh.
That's what I said in my head.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was like, all I'm trying to do is fucking chill for a second, okay? And then I see Stephen A. And it took me right back to that place.
Oh.
He's just
so this
trying to-
hits you on a personal level.
It was personal for me. I can admit that.
You
It
took
was-
that personally.
This is not principled. I took it personally because I saw Stephen A. and I said, listen, there is downtime. If in between a play, even if it's 30 seconds or during a timeout, he wants to look down at his phone and just play a little solitaire, not have to constantly be on.
But his choice is to be constantly on.
No, his choice is to play a little solitaire. That's his choice. Play a little solitaire, relax the brain for a moment so he can turn it back on in a little bit.
For another hot take?
He's going to have another hot take. He's a machine, dude. Let him, not me, him, relax for a minute, please, for the love of God.
No, you're speaking just about him.
Him.
Right.
Him. Just because he puts a microphone in front of his face as often as he doesn't mean that he doesn't need a second to just collect himself, live in his own little world, and not be judged for it. Okay?
All right.
Let him play a little solitaire. He's going to have a hot take about the finals. You're going to get your take. You're going to get your content. It's going to be great. You're going to agree with it or disagree with it. Whatever you want to do, it will be there. But allow him
Right.
to
That's
do the,
all we're talking about.
him to do the process as he sees fit. And if he's finally come to a moment in the day where he needs to turn his brain off and just sit and absorb the competition, allow him, Stephen A., to do that.
And maybe that's how he gets in the zone.
Maybe that's how he gets in the zone.
I mean, we know radio hosts that would play solitaire on the air.
Not solitaire.
Right, but it wasn't always the best time for that radio show host, to be fair.
Okay.
Like, I can't say that the output was
Live on the air.
more of a commercial. I appreciate
But he was in the zone.
I appreciate you coming to my defense on this, but I feel like that's actually counteracting some of what I'm saying, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I apologize.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if the result is there,
Mhm.
and he's able to give you a take, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, a take on the game, and he's able to do First Take tomorrow morning, and he's able to talk about this, he's able to go over here and do that, he's able to get on his YouTube channel.
Chris Cuomo show.
He's able to get on the Chris Cuomo show. Does he show up on the Chris Cuomo show?
All the time.
How's he do?
Awesome.
That's what I'm saying. If he's
Everyone does awesome on Chris Cuomo.
He's always there chopping up with Bill O'Reilly.
Stephen A. is.
Yeah.
How does he do against Bill?
They have fun together. They like each other.
Okay. If he's able to do that, don't fuck with the method.
Exactly.
You don't fuck with it if the results are still there. Everybody judges the method. They go like, oh, you got too much on your plate. Oh, for him. You know? If the results are there, the results are there. Don't fucking worry about it for him. For him.
For him.
Stephen A. Smith is who we're talking about.
No one else.
Will you cut him some slack, dude?
Yeah,
Him?
You're right.
He can play solitaire, right?
Okay.
Or Candy Crush, or that game where you got to park the buses, or whatever.
Sudoku.
Well, I don't know about Sudoku. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, I mean, okay. Look at that. Stephen A. is able to jump on with Chris Cuomo and talk about the Biden cover-up. Okay, he can talk about it all.
He does.
And that's an appropriate thing for a sports analyst to come on and talk about the Biden cover-up. That's appropriate. That's
He's branching out.
He does.
Yeah.
He's trying to get into politics.
Yeah.
He's look. You know what he's looking at?
Might run for president.
You know what he's looking at?
What?
Rogan's check.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying my check is good, but it's not that check. I'd like that check.
He's going to do a pop culture show here, isn't he?
Yeah.
They're calling it a pop culture show, but when he was talking about it on Howard, he said politics pop culture.
Okay.
I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah, I think he wants to do more the Megyn Kelly route. You know what I mean? And develop that audience while he's doing sports as well.
Little sex appeal.
I don't know if he's going to wear a blonde wig.
Okay.
I think it's more the content.
I just meant like, look, he's in a short sleeve shirt there, showing off the muscles.
I don't know if you do that on Chris Cuomo's show, to tell you the truth. If I was on Chris Cuomo's show, I'd wear a parka.
Right, you wouldn't want to compare anything.
No.
Because you know it's a losing thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'd look like Mace in that video from that artist that we won't mention. You know what I mean? Like wearing big, puffy clothes.
Yeah.
Oh. Wearing big, like fluffy. Fluffy. You could say Gabriel's good. Wearing big, fluffy clothes. You know, not puffy. No puff. Oh, all right. Let's take a break. Marc Maron is here. Marc Maron's going to be joining us to talk about his new show on Apple TV. Maybe we'll also discuss the end of the WTF podcast. Stay right there. We'll be back.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
Welcome back. Sam Roberts Show. Marc Maron is here.
Look at you. Look at you all grown up.
I just stuck around long enough.
Jeez.
That's all that happened.
Finally made the right decision with your head.
Yeah, you got to see you have been around long enough to see I
think when I first
step by step
saw you were a child.
I think so too.
Jumping around finding bad things to give Opie and Anthony on the air.
That's right. That's exactly what I was doing.
Your ridiculous afro.
And now it's gone.
Look at you, though.
And they're gone.
Everybody's gone, man.
Everybody's gone.
You better watch the door.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. Luckily, I don't think I've got it down to a place where there's nobody to kick me out. Right?
Oh, no one even runs this place anymore.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's good.
You just hang around long enough. I mean. You know, you worked in radio for a long time. You could tell you worked in radio. I feel like it never leaves you. When you sit down, you're the only guest that knows how to put headphones on and talk into your mic and test things. It's like
don't look at them for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
do I need to?
Right.
Do I need to wear them?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, I spent my life on these mics. I did radio long enough to know what it's like to do radio and be looking at a guy across from you, hoping they don't shit the bed.
Are you getting? Do you ever miss it? Do you ever miss doing
actual radio?
Actual radio.
No, but like I do have I do like doing good morning shows. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm on the road or something and there's a crew that really clicks and they can do it, it's exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really nothing like getting up at 3 a.m. to be on the air at 6, to be manic enough to carry people through their sad drives.
That's right.
It's it's a good bit of business. I used to like doing it because I'm kind of an adrenaline, immediate gratification guy.
Yeah.
And once you figure out how to do it, it can be fun if it's moving.
For sure. And do you miss the daily grind at all? Like, because
why would I miss that?
That's right.
I mean, my grind is heavy enough doing the podcast twice a week. And doing how we do it and putting what we put into the interviews. But getting up every day, you can't. For morning radio, you can't have a life in any real way if you're doing that.
No.
You just feel like you've just been hitting the head all day.
That's right. Hitting the head all day, and then by 5 p.m. you realize, I got to wake up and do it tomorrow. I got to figure out what's going on. I got to figure out what I'm going to talk about tomorrow.
Oh, and then like if it gets past like 8:30, you start to panic.
That's right.
Like if I don't get to sleep somehow,
yeah,
my entire day is going to be more fucked than it was had I got. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
You start counting hours.
Oh,
you're like,
the worst.
8:30, 9:30, 10:30.
Yeah.
I could still get.
Yeah, and then if you're like, even if you don't, like, you figure out when you do morning radio just where to get the sleep. It doesn't have to be in a row.
No.
You're just sort of like, all right, I can knock out 2.5 hours now.
I get 20 minutes over there.
Yeah, and then I'll have time to eat with somebody, eat dinner at like a person.
Yeah. And you're still in a zombie state.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So actually, as we look back on it, it was miserable. It was a miserable existence.
It was miserable, but the urgency of it was pretty exciting.
Yes.
I mean, it was pretty fun. I mean, when you got a good crew of guys that you're working with every day, and you're laughing and you're figuring out new shit, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, and then stuff actually happens spontaneously.
Sure. Well, I mean, it used to be back on that old show that you guys were on. I mean, you never knew what the fuck was going to happen. You didn't even know if you wanted to be involved with it.
Right. At a moment's notice, your whole career could go up in smoke.
You're just in the studio. They're on a break, and they're bringing somebody, and you're like, I think I got to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see what that woman can do with whatever it is she does.
And then they go like this, no, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It was never fine.
It's never fine. Just awkwardly trying not to be involved in a recorded conversation.
Yeah. Figuring out like, well, I can't be rude and leave.
Yeah.
But I can't be on record either.
Like, while Anthony is like saying something like, I'm really got to get out of here.
Yeah. So, interesting that you feel that way, Anthony.
Yeah, like I was saying something funny. He was funny though. There's a thing he said that was still one of the funniest, like quick bits of just his brain used to be so funny.
Yeah,
I mean, we were in. And I don't know. I haven't heard him do anything in a long time, but I'm assuming it's not on the correct side of things. But I now I'm going to have 900 weirdos who only watch his show.
Yeah, I also love
you commenting at me.
You were trying to put that as diplomatically as possible. Going, no, I didn't hit it.
No, dude. But that we were at. They were doing a live one. I don't know if you were there, but it was. I think it was in Montreal. It was a live O&A.
I was probably there.
And the people on the show, it was like me and Pete Holmes, and I think Judy Gold
for
was
sure.
there.
I was there, yeah.
And what's his name? The little guy,
Brad Williams.
Yeah, Brad Williams. And Brad was talking about how the little people community, were mad at him for using the word midget.
That's right.
Right. And then Anthony, like without missing a beat, goes, "Oh, so you're like an Uncle Tom Thumb?" And I was like, where does that even come from?
Just the immediate
just the connection. I tell that story a lot because I thought it was one of the funniest things ever.
It
so
really
quick.
is.
Quick.
And you marvel at stuff like that when somebody can be that quick. Like I haven't even processed what he said. You already have.
Yeah, he could do it. Yeah.
I also think about like back then. I remember when you came in on O&A and you were like, yeah, I'm trying to do this podcast thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of like the beginning, and I think people take for granted now any comedian says I'm doing a podcast, it's like, well, of course, that's what you should be doing.
Oh, yeah, but back then, people were like, well, it's sad. Maron can't get anything going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's come to this.
It was like, you just gave up?
Yeah, he's going to record in his garage for no money.
And you're going to talk to other comedians?
Yeah, like, how's that going to work out?
And then have you gotten reflective at all now that you've said like WTF is ending?
Yeah, sure. I mean, as reflective as I can get operating at, a full load of panic all the time. There you go. A little short in the studio. That's right. I can hear myself.
I told you there's nobody running this place anymore.
Yeah, well, I get it, but I know the mic didn't just go out. But no, yeah, I'm reflective. It's a big decision to draw something to a close by your own choice.
Yeah.
And having complete control over something for as long as we did. I mean, we did something in a very specific way, and it was very. It was always very important somehow. We were never just generating content. We were never just dumping, shit out into the world. Brendan and I worked in a very specific way, very hard on all of those interviews, and we did them in a very, it had a purpose. It was never really set out to be just this entertaining thing. So when I reflect on the whole arc of it and what I've gone through in my life and all the different people I've talked to, it feels significant to me. And I feel like we really did something important and informative and entertaining. I think it was quite an amazing bunch of work.
Are you able to give yourself that pat on the back where it's like, you know what, like we set out with nothing and there was no blueprint for it either, and you did something that is a forever thing, especially in the world of the internet where, I mean,
nothing ever goes away. Good stuff, bad stuff.
Yeah. But also nothing has any significance either. Everything's disposable.
Well, totally. This conversation is going into the garbage as we have it.
That's right.
It's in one ear and out into what? Nothing.
Nothing. It exists right now and then it's over. But to say like
no,
you did it. You know what I mean?
I do feel, and whether people want to give me credit or put me into a proper perspective in terms of the medium. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do feel that just by coincidence and my particular skill set and just the cosmic moment that we were able to be at the ground floor of something that really changed media. in a lot of ways. And I think that the way I did it informed a lot of people how to try to do it a different way in conversation. So yeah, I'm able to feel good about that and feel good about myself. And then, but yet still I do battle with the resentment of others.
Yeah. But
in general.
But that's the lesson. No matter how successful you are, no matter who you get to talk to, no matter what circles you're in.
Yeah.
The resentment stays. You're never going to get rid of it. There's nothing you do.
It's ridiculous and it's unnecessary.
Of course
and
it is.
It is just. It's almost like a phantom limb. You know, like that. There's no reason for it. I'm definitely not as insecure as I used to be. But there are certain patterns of thought that you can't sort of get away from. But I think the great leveler is almost everybody is struggling.
Right.
That there's no guarantee for anybody in any media, really. It's changed so much.
Right.
So all the things that we once sort of relied upon as like, well, that's a surefire thing, or this is going to take me here or there. None of it means anything anymore.
No.
So there's a satisfaction into all of it collapsing that I think that we've timed it pretty well, getting out under the wire before it's all just meaningless desperation.
Yeah, just one big dump. But
we never had that. You know, we were never desperate. We were never, we didn't set out to make a fortune. You know, we put a premium on what we were doing and the show itself. And I'm telling you, just by timing and whatever particular talent I have for this thing, it worked out. And when I started that thing, it was not working out, dude.
Right.
So it's all kind of a miracle. And I tried to let the gratitude carry me, Sam.
We should. And that's what people know you as.
Yeah. Grateful Mark, they call me.
Mark.
Yeah. We're getting t-shirts with that on it. But,
yeah. But I also think that and it's funny that you talk about you're not just making content, because when you started, that wasn't like a thing. You weren't
I don't like the word, and I think that a lot of what's happening, and we never set out to do a video show. People are always, well, they're not always that's funny when you say people are always, it's one guy on Twitter.
And it's bothering you a lot.
People
it's in your
are
head
always, some guy without a real name is taking up space in my resentment box. So, no, I mean, it was like there was never we never set out to do video. And when things started shifting towards video, we're audio guys. And that was our skill set. And it was what made the show great.
Right. You never even videoed it for yourself? Like you didn't have just a camera going to be like,
no,
there's incredible people in my garage?
Not really. I take bad selfies of everybody. And I mean, it might be, in terms of visibility, it might have been a liability after a certain point. But the truth is that, good audio, like a good radio show or a good piece of audio, is really much more intimate. You can get done, it's easier to edit in certain ways.
For sure.
And also it takes a load off the people you're talking to, off of you, to not have to deal with the camera. I think most people that do video who watch I think most people are engaging with video podcasts passively. They're probably listening to it more than they are watching it. And I get the whole thing, but we do an audio is its own art, and that's what we did.
Yeah, and there is something about the thing that's great about audio is you are with your listener, you are with that person as they are doing X.
Yeah, totally.
Whatever they're doing in their life, you're now a part of that.
Wrestling with a gun.
Right.
Sweating with a bottle of pills.
Do you take that as a lesson? Do you take any comfort in knowing that there is no cure for this resentment, that you've accomplished enough that you're not, that's not a finish line that you're looking for?
What's interesting, to be honest with you, is that, I do not like the resentment. It's different. I don't really resent other people. A lot of people, consider they think I'm jealous of people, or that part of my particular cantankerous disposition is out of jealousy. It's not out of jealousy of individuals. It's always thinking that I should be in a different place. It's not like I want to be that person, because I'm aware enough to know I'm not even available for that job. I don't want those listeners. I don't want, but there is always this sense that am I being appreciated enough? Am I at the level? And I'm at the perfect level, and I am being appreciated enough.
Yeah.
But there's this always this part of me that's ridiculous. That's sort of I could do arenas. Why? I see. I'm perfect for an arena.
Right.
But I do a bit in my act now where I say, like, you know, I could do one arena probably if it was somewhere in the middle of the country, and I could I could just bus my fans in, you know, like buses for the Maron show leaving out of Whole Foods parking lots in these cities.
I'm killing every show. I'm doing one show this year.
That's right.
Everybody come to this one arena.
Well, people will travel. I mean, I do have those kind of fans.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it is sort of the difference between, you know, getting into this to be, you know, some sort of tribal leader or some sort of, where winning means money, and where getting, you know, the viral clips are what determines someone's success rate. And I just don't live by that metric. You know, the type of reaction I get, especially now that we've announced the ending of the show, is that the type of gratitude I get from people through emails or through DMs or through posts or whatever, through articles written, is that my show resonated in a very personal way, and, you know, and it is indicative of being very open and fairly naked about my struggles on the mic, that the type of service or companionship I provided was kind of essential, and in some ways, and I'm not exaggerating, you know, kind of life-saving for some people. And I don't think there's anything more rewarding than that.
Yeah.
But in terms of the resentment, what I'm trying to do now as a proactive measure is, instead of resent things outside of me, just redirect the anger at myself like it used to be. Yeah, sure. Just
self-loathing.
That's right. Get that back. You know, like, never feel quite comfortable. Always wonder, you know, like today look, man, I do these video hits now, and now every goddamn show you do, whether it's a radio show or not, you got to wear a nice shirt, you got to comb your fucking hair, and so I've got 3 shirts, you know, and I've got 2 pairs of pants, and if you watch my TV appearances, you're like, holy shit, he really does only have 3 shirts. And new jacket. He got a new jacket.
Yeah, and people can track that.
Well, I used to, on Conan, I used to just like keep trying with every outfit possible, and then it was just sort of like, this guy has no idea who he is. So now I've realized that if you just do the Einstein thing and have, like, you know, 1 or 2 suits,
right,
and 3 shirts, you're good.
Almost like a uniform.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I got boots and some jeans. I pulled these jeans out. I haven't worn them in a few years. That's new.
That's huge.
So, but no, I actually met with a stylist this morning, which I always feel like a doof for doing that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can wear clothes. Sure. Like, she's putting on these clothes. I'm like, I would never have even looked at this in the store.
But it
looks fine. I can't shop for myself, and that's not an entitlement thing or a success thing. It's just like, if I go into like a Bloomingdale's, within minutes I'm exhausted. I don't know where to start. And then I look at shoes and I'm like, but are these cool? You know, and then there's sort of spiraling down the drain. This woman shows up with a pair of loafers. I'm like, and I wanted loafers. It's summer. I said, like, why not have a nice pair of loafers? And I went to several stores on my own. I'm like, none of these are good. And she just brought 1 pair. I'm like, these are perfect. I'm so glad that this is your job.
It's also like going to a trainer who you're like, the trainer's going to tell you exactly what to do in a gym. This person's just going to tell you, and you put a trust in them.
Sure. I do a trainer too. And like, I don't know, I know I'm in pretty good shape, but see, that's the other thing, Sam, is that there's some part of me that thinks that, like, if I just focus a little bit, I could have abs and shit.
But what do you need abs for?
That's a good question.
What do you need them for?
I don't need them, and I'll never get them.
Right.
But why not beat myself up for not having them? Why can't that be a lifetime thing?
A million other things that you're focusing on. You think you should focus on abs. No, I'm quitting WTF because I'm going to get abs.
Yeah, right. Well, the thing is that you can, but if you see guys my age who are like, looking all shredded, you got to know in a very deep way, that's all that guy does.
Yeah.
That's his whole life.
And also there's something really wrong.
There's something really desperate.
Yes.
It's sort of like, well-defined, fear of death going on.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah. I got a couple silver bracelets. I'm half rock and roll old guy.
But you're not full Rich Voss. Who's just jewelry head to toe.
Well, Rich has always been a guy with the jewelry.
Yeah.
When I first met Rich, he had like a Jerry curl ponytail. And he was doing some weird, almost dice bit.
Right.
I mean, this is like 1988, 89. And he had one of those Italian horns.
That's great.
That fucking Jew had one of those Italian horns, and I'm like, who do you think you are? What is happening? But I think Rich has settled into a good look for his old self with his dumb hat and
a hell of a sneaker collection.
How's Jim doing? Are you guys friends or
yeah,
not?
100%.
Yeah, is he all right?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He was kind of he did it here, you know.
He done.
That's what he said. He said I did 20 years at Sirius.
Yeah, I love Jim, and I always ask about Jim. And,
yeah, he's the best.
I don't know.
He's doing an advice podcast.
I
gives advice.
I saw Voss, out in L.A. and I always wonder how Jim's doing. He'll text me occasionally, Jimmy will, and I hadn't heard from him in a while, and I said, "Hey man, how's Norton doing?" And then Voss goes, "He's great. He's got a beautiful wife with a huge cock."
I mean, you got the scoop. That is kind of what's going on right now.
I love Rich. I love Jimmy. And it's so funny because, the great story about Voss is after we had Obama on the fucking podcast, people were like, how are you going to follow that? We're like, with Rich? Rich was the next podcast we had after Obama.
Well, you got to get back on track, right? You got to bring it back down.
I know everyone's on the same field for me. It's
you're
just a guy talking to a guy.
That's great. That is great. Well, the show that you're promoting Stick on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a great show.
Did you like it?
I did like it. I thought it was really funny.
It's touching, right?
It's touching. It's got heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's full of heart. It's funny where, well, go ahead. Maybe I should promote properly. You done asking a question?
No, I was going to ask you if you knew anything about golf before you start. You play like a curmudgeonly...
Ex-caddy?
Ex-caddy, who's kind of just like a
I didn't know anything about golf. I can't say that I really do, but I mean, the dynamic that I saw in the scripts was that, it's really about two guys who are been through a lot of shit. I think they're relatively down on their luck or sad. And, that relationship between a caddy and a golfer is a very sort of codependent, supportive relationship. So the idea of a relationship like that has become really just best friends, and yet there's still this sort of chemistry of the past with both of them. I thought it would be interesting to do that with Owen.
Yeah, and I think too, I love that's how you describe the relationship, because Owen Wilson does such a great job of clearly being a good person. His character, he's a good person, but also has clearly done all kinds of scummy scam. He's a scammer. But he's a good guy, and you guys have this. You're toxic people, but you do have a good, healthy friendship.
But it's it's toxic in that weird way where, he's his own worst enemy, and he's not been able to sort of overcome his past, and he does what he has to do to survive. And I think golfers, not unlike comics, when you have this single talent that enables you to live this rogue life, it attracts a certain type of person.
For sure.
I mean, obviously golfers are more disciplined than we are, the comics. But there is a similarity to having a singleness of focus, and also the freedom to kind of live your own life.
Well, and also, comics will tell you that they'll ruin their lives over comedy, the same way Owen Wilson's character is describing kind of golf taking, and finally...
Well, there is that thing about chasing something, and I think that's one of the reasons why I can't, play golf. With jokes... or with bits, you kind of know where you stand, right away. It takes a long time to get good at it, but, that's my chosen path. But not unlike any other compulsion, like with blow, right? You do some blow, you're going to get fucking jacked. If it's good, you're going to get jacked. You're going to smoke some weed, you're going to get high.
Right.
You're going to drink that shit, you're going to get fucked up.
Right.
And, it happens pretty quickly. Okay. So those are pastimes, and I don't do any of those anymore. And comedy is something I've worked hard to become good at.
Yeah.
And I think I'm better than I've ever been. But when I look at golf at this age, and I know what's up. If you get out there and you hit one good drive, and you don't know how to play golf, you're going to be chasing that, whatever that coincidence was, for the rest of your fucking life. And I don't have the patience. Where's the satisfaction of being okay at golf?
That's right. That's right.
A lot of guys say, we get to hang out. We hang out with the guys. I'm like, I don't got no guys.
You've never gotten there.
No, I just don't have, there's no world I'm going to say, me and the boys.
You're not here for the hang.
I never have been really. I mean, I'll go hang out with comics, and that's a big part of my social life because I understand we're all brothers in a certain way, and sisters.
But when you hang with comics, you're doing it at the club around the gig.
Sure, and I have a couple of friends who are comics, but there's a shorthand to it all. Yeah, and so like in terms of camaraderie, I've got, what was that old joke I used to do? I hate people who say they have a lot of friends. You don't. You only need two. You need the main guy and the guy you go to when you drain the main guy. You're tired? I'll call the other guy. Hey.
I think that's right. So you got your guy and your main guy, and they don't golf, so why would you golf?
That's right. And one of them lives here, one of them's in L.A., and we go out.
But you never had a part where you were, as you were getting more famous, where executives, you had to impress executives that wanted to meet you out on the course.
Dude, if I had only known how to do that, I wouldn't have ended up in my garage. It would have been a different story if I'd known that the PA is going to be the boss someday. Before I yelled at them.
That's right.
Said something shitty. My respect for the other side of the business has never been that healthy, and I got a big mouth, so I was able to keep a good distance, a healthy distance from anyone who could make me successful in show business for a long time. Yeah,
that's great.
I'm very proud of that.
That's great. That's a good accomplishment.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, but I would always be afraid of because I don't know anything about golf.
Yeah,
but I always be afraid that what happens if one day like Obama goes oh, I'm not doing anything this afternoon, but I love golf. You want to go play golf? I don't want to have to say no, I don't know how to play golf.
Oh no, you can say no, but I'll come.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's just what we want. A guy who doesn't play, riding around on the cart.
Can I Can I drive the cart?
That was good, right? I think that looked good. Did he get it in? So I don't know. They sent me clubs. Some company, it was, and I had a fan over at TaylorMade, so I'm ready to go.
Right, it shouldn't happen.
But a lot of things that stop me from doing anything is where am I going to park? How long does it take to get there?
Yeah.
Can we just get in? Like that shit.
Yeah. Do I have to show a card?
Yeah. I don't have a card. Is someone going to send me the thing?
Yeah.
So if none of that is in place.
Probably not doing it.
But once I get somewhere, I'm usually okay, and maybe I'll try it. I mean, I did hit some balls around.
Sure. I mean, what else are you going to do, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, sit on outside.
You could.
Well, I mean, when we were doing the show, that was the nicest thing about it, really. Outside of doing the show, which only happens in 3-minute increments over months. Yeah, we were outdoors most of the time, and you could just hang out.
Is that all you do when you're on set and nothing's going on? You're just hanging?
Or I'm in my trailer going, what the fuck could they be doing? How long is this going to take? It's outside,
Yeah, we just had Bryce Dallas Howard on, and they said that she was literally doing full watercolor paintings.
Well, I mean, I have to learn how to just somehow use that trailer time differently. It was fortunate on Stick because I figured out how to sync up the Samsung TV with my phone so I could get my Netflix and my Criterion channel and my...
Sure.
So, I was able to, rewatch... all the Tarantino movies, all the Godfather. So they'd be on set and people are like, don't you want to prepare for the scene? It's going to take a minute and a half.
Yeah, I got it.
I think I've got the 4 lines and I'm right where Fredo's going to get shot.
I'm going to do the Fredo thing, I think.
Yeah. I'll be okay. I'll freshen up when I get out there.
Do you want to get to a point where you're playing arenas? Is that as a comic, as a performer?
What I know about myself and really, I'm very comfortable in the work I'm doing and the audience I have.
Yeah.
And, I have no fear about it. I do think that there is a way to play arenas, which I've done a couple of times. that was funny because all these guys. I did that. I can do it,
sure,
but it's not really what I do. But I understand the cash grab nature of it.
Oh yeah. You make a lot of money playing.
Yeah, I mean, if guys can do it and they've got the draw,
right?
It's you're making bank, dude.
Right.
But is an arena a great place to see comedy? I don't see how that's possible.
Right.
But people do it.
Yeah.
For me, if I've got if I've got $850 in a theater. That's a perfect number for me because I can keep it intimate. I can still riff a little bit. I can find a zone with them and make it one thing. And I can play, a couple thousand and it's okay, but you got to change your timing. You're waiting longer. The engagement is different. It's a different job. Listen to me. Like, that's why I don't do it, Sam. That's why I don't do the 15,000, 20,000.
That's the only reason.
Because I can't get the vibe right. But no, it was it was funny. I'll tell this story because at least here it'll land with the people that listen to you that don't fucking hate me for whatever dumb reason they have. So,
well, we don't hate you.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah.
I don't hate you.
Yeah. There's just going to be 90 people on Twitter going like, "I hate this woke fuck." Yeah, just a comic, you idiots. So that was funny what he said about Jimmy. Fuck Jimmy. So whatever. But I'm doing the Comics Come Home thing for Leary, and I've done a few of those. I was there at like the second one, but he had me back the last one, and it's in the Boston Garden. What's that called now?
The TD Center?
Yeah, TD Center, right? Yeah, so I'm kind of excited, because, one of my first, when I was starting out in Boston, I remember, coming up and I remember doing a guest spot at Nick's Comedy Stop in Boston. This is like year into comedy. It's a 10-minute spot on a show, and I had to follow Leary. And I just remember, like, that guy, even if he bombed, he was going to blow the room apart because of the intensity of it. So he kills, and I get up there, and I try to jump into his zone. And I bomb so hard that I still feel it now. Like, I feel it now. Like, I can still, if you give me a second, be like, God damn it. That was the worst set. So, like, whenever I get an opportunity to go back to Boston, I'm like, I started there. This is going to be great. I'm a made guy. I'm going to be on this arena show. So I'm excited about it. It's me and Pete Davidson, Pescatelli's there, Bobby Kelly, Burr, that kid Edelman, a bunch of others, right? Yeah. Leary's hosting. So I'm kind of psyched. Full circle, So, we get to the gig and, it's the day of and he's going through the lineup where he's like, all right, so he's reading off names. And he's read off like 10 names. And I'm like, when the fuck am I going on? So then he says the worst words you want to hear. He goes, all right, then Bobby's going to go on, Bobby Kelly, then Maron. And I'm like, what?
Bobby
you got to fucking follow Bobby? And then Burr. Nightmare. So it's like Bobby, Maron, then Burr. And I'm like, what are you? I'm no diva. But I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you problem with it? I'm like, no, I can do it. And then I see Bobby and you can't fuck with Bobby's head, but I'm like, so what are you gonna do up there? Just short of like you wearing that,
Yeah.
And and Bobby's like, you'll be fine, because he's of that place.
Yeah.
And then I walk up to Burr and I'm like, why the fuck am I? Why don't you follow Bobby? You're Burr. And he's like, I don't want to follow Bobby. I'm like, you can all go fuck yourself. So Pete Davidson's on earlier in the show.
Yeah.
And he does all right. He's kind of on the edge, that kid, right? So he does this bit about, he's trying to get his mom fucked.
Sure.
Because she hasn't had sex since his dad died on 9/11.
Yeah.
So it's already a happy piece. So he does 10 minutes on that. And then the closing line is like, I might have to do it or something along those lines. But all he talks about is getting his mom fucked. He does okay.
Right.
That's early in the show. And then like Bobby, like I'm waiting and I'm no longer having fun. I just know it's going to be a survival set in front of 18,000. Like I'm going to just try to keep my fucking head above water. And Bobby's up there. I don't even know what he was talking about. All I know, he was in a room that he was trying to fuck his wife, but the ceiling was too low and he was sweating and sweat on his wife's back. And she turned and she was like, did you finish already? And then he was like, he didn't have lube. And he remembered there was coconut oil in the fridge for the stir fry. And maybe they tried. All I know, it was a large, filthy, classic Bobby Kelly bit. And I love Bobby.
Of course.
But, he's going long. He's killing as if the Celtics won. And I'm just backstage going, God damn it. And then fucking Leary. Leary comes up to me and goes, don't worry about it. I'll do something in between. I'm like, thanks, man.
Yeah.
So Bobby finishes, and they all sit down and finish the 10-minute standing ovation. And Leary goes up there and talks about cancer. He talks about the benefit. Like, he thanks everybody and talks about the cancer, the benefits for it. And I'm like, oh, great. Thanks, Dennis. No laughs.
Nothing.
Just brings it right back down to ground zero with maybe a -1.
Right.
And then he goes, all right, Mark Maron's coming up. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I get up there. And thank God, like, you know, I said, you know, I like doing these things because I get to hang out with my friends, and you know, it's not confirmed yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to fuck Pete's mom, and like, so that killed, right?
Great.
So it got me
Call
in.
back. We were all there for it.
That's right. So it kept me level. You know, I didn't bring the house down, but I survived, and I did a good set.
Yeah,
and I got off, and I was not thrilled. But I was okay.
But you stayed above water.
Totally.
And that's all you could hope to do.
Yeah, I did good. I'm not going to say I was struggling, but I was aware.
I mean, I wish people knew, and I'm so glad you told that story, because I wish people knew how much can go into these things,
dude.
You know what I mean?
And, you know, and like, look, I know the job. You know, I know we've got to eat a certain amount of shit.
Yeah.
You know, but in certain situations are going to be difficult. I get it, but you kind of like it not to be.
It'd be better if it wasn't. That's the lesson. Well, Mark Maron, I mean, you're the best, dude. I'm so glad you came by.
Thanks, pal.
Stick. New episodes, by the way, going up every Wednesday.
It's a good show. It's a sweet show.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 up now. I know it's good because I could have just watched one.
Yeah, but you
get through it, but I kept watching.
You get pulled into the emotion of it, you know, because it's a found family of underdogs trying to sort of collectively and individually overcome these obstacles. And it's funny enough, and I think it was smart that they didn't go heavy joke stuff, because you know it's got a lot of heart to it.
Yep.
And I was on set at times where, you know, because writers are writers, and this show is kind of like on that edge of, you know, kind of drama and comedy, and there were jokes for my character that were just clearly kind of writer room jokes, and I'd be like, why would he do this? Why would he say this?
Yeah.
This is just a joke. It's got no bearing on the character. Let's just let it sit there. I mean, it's kind of a sad show. Let it breathe.
Yeah.
And That's great. And I would hold the line on those things.
Yeah, and you should. I mean, you should, because it's great. I mean, sometimes you want that uncomfortable. You want that, like, there's ex-wife with new boyfriend introduction energy, and you want that, because everybody can, whether you've been through it or not.
That's more relatable than putting a button on it with a half-baked joke.
100%.
All right, buddy. Good 100%. To talk to you.
Good to talk to you, man. Everybody watch Stick on Apple TV, and we'll see you guys later.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.
Greetings and citations, fine shit.
Before the judge, they do all those, you know, hearings before they get to the actual court case and everything. Like Rex Heuermann is doing hearings right now. The Gilgo Beach killer,
alleged.
His wife does not believe it.
You don't want to get sued.
No, that's another one. At some point, we got to talk about the Gilgo Beach doc.
Yeah,
maybe next week. I mean, his wife is such a character.
Like, in a good way?
She's like, this is total bullshit. They're like,
what the fuck?
They're like, he killed people. Like, all the people died while you were on vacation with your kids, but not him. He stayed home from the vacations, and there were murders. She was like, who's to say?
Yeah, says who?
Says who? They were like, they literally found instructions on a Word doc on his computer. She was like, I have no knowledge that those were his.
Computers get hacked every day.
They were like, it was done with the keyboard. It was made with the keyboard attached to the computer. She was like, I don't know anything about that. They're like, we're telling you about it right now. But so that's on Peacock. We'll talk about it. But this Minnesota assassin, he went to court and he told the judge that he couldn't afford an attorney, claiming he only had a part-time job that brought in $540 a week. He said, I make $540 a week. I'm going to need a state's, attorney. I'm going to need a representative. You said if I couldn't afford one would be assigned to me.
A public defender?
I want a public defender, please. I've heard they're cheaper. And they're like, are you sure? This is kind of like a tattoo. Like with lawyers, you're probably, you don't want to go and find a deal. You know what I mean? Generally speaking, people aren't looking to find a deal on lawyers. But he said, look, I make $540 a week. What do you want from me? Like, well, he had a lot of guns for a guy who makes $540 a week. I make $540 a week. I can't afford a lawyer, he said. Then he did. They asked him. It took him not a lot of questions, but he did admit that he owned a home and has between $20,000 and $30,000 in his bank accounts. Which, if you just got $20, $30K sitting cash, I mean, that's rich in my book.
Yeah.
It's definitely lawyer money. Plus, you get one of those lawyers that they don't get paid unless you win. I see those on TV all the time.
Okay.
You can get a lawyer that doesn't get paid unless you win. So that's probably what I would do.
Or get one of those Bono lawyers.
Pro bono?
Yeah.
You mean you're gonna like get somebody? Because when you said Bono lawyers, I figured like one of those lawyers who's like bad at skiing.
You know what? Yeah.
You know, but pro bono, you mean like you think there's probably maybe some like law scholar that will take on this case due to like a feeling of, well, I have to do it.
Yeah.
For the right of the law.
Maybe he feels like he was unjustly arrested.
Yeah, he's innocent.
Yeah, he's innocent. See that guy in the clip? His face looks nothing like that.
That's not me.
Yeah.
That's someone else. They're like, it's clearly you.
In a mask.
Listen, that's not me. That guy's bald.
That guy's wearing a cowboy hat. Do you see a cowboy hat on me?
I'm not wearing a cowboy hat. I make $540 a week. I'm not buying cowboy hats. I mean, it's like, it's very strange because like on one end, they go, he's a homeowner and has $30K in the bank. And on the other end, they're like, he makes $540 a week. On one end, they're like, we caught his wife and she was like driving. On the other end, they're like, here's his roommate crying. So it's like, wait, who is this person?
It can be all of them.
You got a roommate and a wife, and you make $540, and you got $30K.
Sure.
How you saving $30K? I guess if you have a roommate, it's easier.
Maybe you own the house and you're renting out this room to this one. If he's saying Dad went to war last night,
oh, that's what you go to war for, I guess. Yeah. Okay. He also sent his wife a separate text around the same time saying, "We see that again."
What's up?
He texted his family, and then he texted his wife.
Yeah, sure. I have a family group text, and then I have a text with my wife.
Is she on the family group text?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So the wife got the first text and then got a personal text.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, sometimes, like, I don't want to bother, Riley with some stuff, so I'm just like, hey, can you pick up a DiGiorno? And
Smart.
I just send that straight to my wife.
Is it because you don't want to bother your daughter, or is it because